And we are live. We are back. How many live streams have I done today? I've done quite a few. This is the fourth one I'm doing today. I think I should start a television channel or something. You know what I mean? Because I've gone live a lot. But Doug, how you feeling though? How you feeling?
To be honest, Dominic, I could be a lot better, but I have to give credit where credit's due. Manchester City were absolutely fantastic today and thoroughly deserved to win. And I even said to you on one of your shows, I said as a champion's performance.
Yeah, yeah. And when you and I did a preview,
Hmm.
you predicted a draw, and you would have been happy with a draw. At halftime,
Yeah.
when it was still a draw, I felt like Liverpool fans would be happy with this right now. Klopp would be happy with this because they should have been behind after
Hmm.
that penalty miss, and we'll get to that. We get to that, but we'll get to the City game. We just it's just an introduction right now. But after City scored and then you equalized, it could have went any other way after that. But the meltdown that happened after, oh my God, no one could have predicted that to happen. No one could have predicted. No one.
No.
Listen, like Alicia Keys said, no one, no. Listen, no one could have predicted that one, and it's an embarrassing result. It is an embarrassing result. And look, I don't care who don't want to admit it, but it's embarrassing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
like,
I
mm,
even said to you in my match, I even said to you in my match preview that I think the best we could have hoped for was a draw. I just didn't see us winning this game, and look what happened.
yeah, nice clock you have in the background there too. Nice red clock. You know.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, a little bit after 9:30 over there in Scotland, man. Big up to my boy Doug. You know what I'm saying? Doug has a good spirit, good energy, and you're level-headed, man. You know what I'm saying? And I like that. I like that. And if you guys are doing well and you were 60 points, you have all reason to just be cocky and because you're 60 points and you're doing the business like last season. I didn't know you last season, but you guys did great. You guys, that was one of the best Premier League performances after the 100 points, of course, that City picked up. That was
Of course.
one of the best. I'm telling you, Liverpool dominated last
Yeah.
season. And after a few seasons of playing well, dominating in the Champions League and then in the Premier League, it had to fall off after a while. You know what I'm saying? It's understandable that it happened. It is,
Yeah,
and yeah,
100%.
you guys can't feel too. You see, the thing about it is that you can't feel too bad about this. You have to sit back and understand and know what's going on. You had a great run. The team's been playing well for years. You can't be crying and losing your shit over this. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You will not, I don't know if you will, but you could bounce back. There's always next season. It's not over. It is not over. You know what I'm saying? Not like you got relegated. It ain't over.
Well, we managed to get the 40 points total, so we won't be going down this season.
Exactly. But Doug, we're gonna get into today's episode. We're gonna get into the episode right away. We're gonna start talking about these Premier League matches that were played for match week 23, February the 6th, 7th, and we have a game tomorrow, the 8th, where Leeds United play Crystal Palace. What were your prediction for the Leeds Crystal Palace game before we move on?
We went 2-1 Crystal Palace.
2-1. Yeah, I have 2-1 Crystal Palace written down here too. 2-1 Crystal Palace. So in terms of my predictions, I got the Villa win right. I got the Burnley one wrong. Newcastle, Southampton, I got that right. Fulham, West Ham, wrong. That was a draw. Man United, Everton, I got that one wrong. We will get to Man United. Sheffield, Chelsea win, got that one right. Spurs, West Brom, a draw, wrong. Wolves, Leicester, a draw, right. And City to beat Liverpool. I got that one right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not bad. Not bad at all. 5, yeah, not bad. 5 out of 10. I passed. I did way better than I did last week though. But let's talk about the Aston Villa 1, Arsenal 0. In this game, we had Ollie Watkins scoring his 10th goal this season, set up by Bertrand Traore for his 3rd assist. Doug, how you feel about Ollie Watkins, man?
I think he's been a fantastic signing for Aston Villa. I think, the price tag, it's a hefty price tag with 32 million. But what you can say is that Ollie Watkins has been one of the signings of the summer. And you look at that Villa team, you look at the spine of that team, Martinez, Konza, Mings, and then you've got like a midfield of Douglas Luiz, Marvelous Nakamba. I have to say, that is one of the best first names I think you have in English football. Marvelous.
Yeah. If you followed Zimbabwean cricket in the past, they have some really colorful names, like Tatenda Taibu, and they have Prosper, and they have these names, you know what I'm saying? Wellington, and they have these very, very colorful names like that. So that name did not really surprise me. Marvelous Nakamba, it didn't surprise me. They just love to do that in Zimbabwe. So great point, the great point. But Ollie Watkins, I think what he did at Brentford last season, wasn't he the 2nd top scorer after Mitrovic, or was he the top scorer in the championship last season?
I think it was Mitrovic first, and then I think it was Watkins second.
And you have to commend Aston Villa for actually looking at Ollie Watkins, local talent. He's English, and investing the money in him. No need for no adaptation to the conditions, anything. He already knows the English conditions. He knows how to put it in the back of the net. He's young, which is a great investment for the future. And you don't have to take a gamble by going to Germany or even Italy, which is very rare these days. Not a lot of Italians in the league. Or go to France and picking up a striker who you don't know if they're going to hit the ground running, if they're going to acclimatize well. And it's a good signing because none of the other Premier League teams looked at Ollie Watkins. I don't know if maybe a West Ham or whoever was looking at him. But Villa, they spent the money and he has 10 goals. He scored a hat-trick against Liverpool for that 7-2. And I'm not bringing up the 7-2. It's just that it's relevant right now. You know what I mean? Ollie Watkins. So 10 Premier League goals. Not many strikers score 10 Premier League goals for a season. And for him to pick up 10 already is just testament of what Aston Villa has been doing. They have been doing the business against Arsenal. They defeated Arsenal to survive last season. Don't forget that. Yeah. And I confidently predicted a win for Aston Villa here. So Dean Smith, his boys, John Terry, who I heard is linked to the Bournemouth job, they don't have to worry. No. They don't have to worry anything about relegation like last season. And it's crazy when you look at it, Doug. The amount of points they have right now, they survived with, I think, 35 last season, right? I think.
Yeah,
I'm not.
Right.
Was it 35?
It was 35. Also, that's Aston Villa's first double over Arsenal since the inauguration of the Premier League in the 1992-93 season.
Wow. Absolutely wow. So, big plaudits to Aston Villa there, man. 35 points right now. 35 points in the league, and they are above Arsenal by 4 points. And to make matters worse, Aston Villa still has 2 games in hand. I don't know what it is, man. This little rubber on my earphones is like too big. It's falling out my ears, man. Oh man, it's annoying. It's annoying as hell, man. Yeah. But well played. Grealish, doing the business as usual. They have a nice little team. They're looking good. They're looking good right now, and they're looking like they could actually challenge for that Europa League spot. What are your thoughts on that?
100%. You look at some of the teams that they've beaten this season: Liverpool, Arsenal. They gave you a very good game as well at the Etihad. They're a very, very good side. Dean Smith has obviously gone away. He's looked at what mistakes were made last season. He's rectified that. I think Aston Villa could definitely be in Europe this season.
Yeah, they just got to continue doing what they do. They have some really good talent in the team, and you know, good backroom work as well. They look like a team always well drilled, so it means that they have to be training well. Thoughts on Arsenal and them slumping again, back to back losses here for Arsenal, and a loss, a loss. Could they be going back to their old ways here, or do you think it was just bound to happen sooner rather than later after their great form since Boxing Day?
Yeah, it's 10 defeats now for I think it's 10 defeats in 23 games for
Yeah,
Arteta now, which is really, really bad. I mean, the one thing you could say about them yesterday, though, I thought Matt Ryan coming in for his Premier League debut for Arsenal, I thought he had a great game. I thought he kept Arsenal in the game. Odegaard came on, thought he looked pretty, good in flashes
yeah.
for sure. But it's another game where you just don't know what Arsenal's going to turn up. And the thing with Arsenal is they've always had a really poor away record. And I know Thriller might be in the chat. And apologies when I say this, but I don't see Arsenal being anywhere near the European places. And I think Arsenal just need a season away from Europe, and I think it might help them.
Well, that's that's very great point you made there, dog. Because they probably delusional thinking they're good enough for Europe when they're not, and they need to just focus on focus
Yeah,
on the cups, focus on domestic football, and you know find your feet, find your feet basically, find your
yeah.
feet. Well said, well said. So we're not gonna linger too much, too long on this game. You know what I mean? Aubameyang came on the bench. He did not start the game. He's been out of the team for some time. I see that Thomas Partey went off with another injury. Odegaard, as you mentioned, did come on and spark the game to life. He looked really, really good. And Willian has done absolutely nothing for Arsenal this season, man. What? Any thoughts on Willian?
Uh, I was a bit skeptical when Arsenal signed him. In all honesty, I didn't think he was going to be. To be fair, his first
Mm.
game at Fulham, he looked really, really good. He had two
Yeah.
assists, and everyone was saying, "Oh, this is the William we all know about." But ever since then, he's just been really, really poor. The fact that he wanted to stay in London, it says it all, really. He could have easily moved, to like another league, etc. But the fact that he wanted to stay in London was very, very evident. So, but yeah, he's been a very disappointing signing for Arsenal so far.
Well said, well said. There's a lot more. There's a lot more we could talk about, Doug. But we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. Arsenal a tenth of after 23 games, 31 points. Aston Villa a ninth, 35 points. So they're doing the business. They don't have to worry about getting relegated this season. They will play in the Premier League next season and continue to build on their solid showing. So for Aston Villa, they play Brighton next. Brighton is a team that are on the up right about now. They're looking good. They knocking off top scalps, and it's a tricky one to predict. As for Arsenal, it's gonna be another tough game for them. Leeds United. But they do have a break. They don't have FA Cup football, which is coming up this week. Doug, I was thinking, are you available to do that FA Cup prediction?
When you planning to do that?
I'm
That's more.
planning. I'm planning to do that too. Oh no, tomorrow you might be. You might actually be busy tomorrow. You might be
I've got
busy
my
too.
I've got my podcast at 7 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah, you might be busy. I could push it back though if you're available. I could push it back.
I'll see what I'm doing, and I'll
Yeah,
get
yeah,
back.
yeah. If you can't, you can't. But I want to drop my FA Cup prediction. I want to do more of a deep dive type thing. check up and, show the guys in the chat what the other teams are doing and these kind of things, like check the table in the championship for those teams. And, we're going to talk all the history and all of that, and just an educative type show, you know what I'm saying? Just a show with facts, because we don't know a whole lot about a lot of these, the few championship teams that's left. Now, I'm not gonna act like I watch the championship, because I don't. But I wanna add value. I wanna bring value. You know what I'm saying? And I am interested in the FA Cup as well. So, well played to Villa. As I predicted, they won the game. Grealish, Barkley. They're building a nice little team here. Let's just put it that way. While for Arsenal, they're all over the place. They bringing in guys like Odegaard and freaking what's the other one named Ceballos on loan, and then you sending out the players that you have there like Willock and like Ainsley Maitland-Niles. It doesn't make any sense when you really think about it. No, it doesn't. It really don't. But, I digress from that. Well played, Villa. Y'all doing really, really good. I'm impressed. Very, very much impressed with Aston Villa. Aston Martin football, man. That's what's going on. Burnley 1, Brighton 1. In this game, Lewis Dunk with his third goal of the season, set up by Pascal Gross. His fourth assist. Johan Berg Goodmanson scoring the equalizer in the 53rd minute. I did catch a piece of this game. I can't really remember everything that happened in this game, but I did catch a piece of this game. So good. I guess it's a good point for each team, around the same region in the table. They get a point, they move closer to safety. But one of these teams, I think Burnley should have picked up the 3 points here. I did predict Brighton, but Burnley are definitely in need of the points. Doug, your thoughts on this result?
Yeah, that's a good point. I think Brighton will be happier of the two teams. I think Burnley, as you say, Burnley should have won. I actually predicted 2-1 Burnley in my predictions. So yeah, they nearly won the game. But as you said, it's a good point for both sides. Burnley are on 23 points, 12 clear of Sheffield United. So, they're not looking like they will go down. And I think Brighton are now on 25 points as well. So, yeah, it's a good point. Brighton, I think, are now, let me guess, unbeaten, I think, in 3 or 4 games now, which is a very, very good run. No? Is it more than that?
After City, Brighton are the most informed team.
There we go then.
After Man City, most informed team. The last 5 games for Brighton, it has been a draw, 2 wins, which included Tottenham and Liverpool, and it's actually 3 wins and 2 draws in the last 5. This is ridiculous.
That is ridiculous. But Potter working his magic.
Yep. Potter working his magic. Literally, you said it, bro. Harry Potter 1-8. Harry Potter 1-8. I have to actually the Harry Potter series is available on this thing called Peacock that shows the Premier League over here, and I have to actually tune in. I have to tune into I have the subscription. I want to watch all 8 movies again. I just want to do it, because when you're older and you watch things when you're older, you see things that you missed back then.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? But yeah. Graham Potter has been doing a great job, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm impressed with what he's done. And a lot of people have been giving Graham Potter big ratings since he was at Aston. You know what I mean? He did the business against Arsenal. He took Aston, basically out of obscurity into the light. And he's doing really good things with Brighton here. And if you look at this Brighton team, their scouting is really, really good, man. They have some neat little players in their team here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they do.
To attract a player like, for example, if you look at Veltman, to attract Veltman from Ajax, you see what I mean? And to go and pick up players like Pascal Gross and all these guys. There's another one. There's another Dutchman in their team. I can't remember his name. I think he's injured right now. What's his name again? Yeah, proper, man. You know what I mean? Listen, Brighton, let me put it like this. Brighton are a proper football club. Let's put it that way. Even though they haven't been in very, very good form at home. They recently picked up their first home win, but that could be the turn that they need. 25 points. They need about Brighton need about, let's say, 11 more points to survive. I think they'll get it. The way they're playing, the quality in the team, they'll get it. They will definitely get it. Big up to Fox Williams in the house. He says, Brighton are definitely in form. The table doesn't represent their potential. And Doug, another thing about Brighton, how many games have they drawn and lost that they should have won? That's the other thing.
Oh, I could name probably about 6 or 7 games that they should have won or drawn, and they would be even higher in the table. The fact is that this is the funniest thing. They were actually leading, I think, something on expected goals for a few matches. Like they should have won more games because of that. But yeah, for me, Brighton have been very, very good. And yeah, if they had a goal scorer in their team, then they would be higher for sure.
Yeah, they have guys that are capable, but they don't have the guys with that killer instinct. You know, like if you add a killer, like for example, if you take some venom and put it in Aaron Connolly, he'll be like devastating. But he doesn't have that eye for goal. Remember the reverse leg against Liverpool when Connolly had all those chances?
Yeah.
Like if that was like, say, a Cavani, just for example, Liverpool would have lost that game on the day. And Brighton did still pick up a point. You see what I mean? So 100%. Big up to Dave in the chat. He says, congrats to Man City on the league title. Dave, don't give up so early, bro. Never give up. Never, ever give up, bro. Never. But yeah, we will get to Liverpool eventually. Big up to everybody in here. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button for the stream right now. Week 23 roundup. We're back with the consistency, man. Make sure you like the video as well if you're yet to do that. Doug, make sure you smash a thumbs up on the video, okay?
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
But Doug, we're still on Brighton. Brighton in their the Brighton defense has been so good. They have been so good in the last couple of games, right? Let's go back. Let's start from they drew 3-3 with Wolves. Let's go from that game. Newport County 1-1. They won on penalties, Brighton. They only conceded 1 against Man City. 1. Then they beat Leeds 1-0. That's a clean sheet. They beat Blackpool in the FA Cup by 2-1. Clean sheet against Fulham in that 0-0 draw. Clean sheet against Tottenham in that 1-0 win. Clean sheet against Liverpool in the 1-0 win. And 1-1 against Brighton. What does that tell you? You need a proper defense to get proper results.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think one of the standouts, I think, in their defense or goalkeeper, like Robert Sanchez. I think Robert Sanchez has been a good goalkeeper for them for sure. And you look at the defense as well. Lewis Dunk has been very, very good. And do you know what? I think you can kind of say that Brighton got rid of the right defender in Shane Duffy because he's been found out at Celtic. So I think they'll be pretty glad that they kept Lewis Dunk. And to be fair, Ben White has been good as well.
Well, you have to give Brighton credit for keeping Ben White when a lot of suitors came in ready to pay big money for Ben White. And they kept him. They said, Ben White, you are a Brighton player. You're going nowhere. Okay? You're going nowhere. So they have a good little system going on there. And if Matt Ryan leaves Brighton to go to Arsenal and Robert Sanchez is in goal, there's a backstory to that we don't know.
Yeah.
Graham Potter, I think, saw what Robert Sanchez did out on loan and saw what Robert Sanchez did in training and said, this is the man I want to keep. Ryan, you've been here with the club for a while. You know, you've done a great job, but tomorrow I'm going to try to do things without you. That's what he basically said. And big up. Look, we've been talking about Brighton. Burnley, how you feel about Burnley this season?
I think they'll do just enough to survive. I think the fact that Fulham, we will come to Fulham, but the
Yeah.
fact that Fulham don't really have a potent striker, I think that's what's letting them down. If they had someone that scored the goals, then I think, like Burnley, I think have only scored 13 goals this season. I think, if I remember rightly.
Burnley right now, actually 14.
14.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good to try and save yourself. But I just think the experience of Sean Dyche with the inexperience of Scott Parker, I think that will be enough to keep Burnley in the Premier League.
Well, just to add to that, Burnley has the worst attack in the league with 14 goals scored. Worst attack. Do you know who have the worst defense in the league?
Ooh. I was gonna say Liverpool, but then Leeds United came into my head.
Nah, bro. How could it be Liverpool? It's West Brom with 54 goals shipped.
Oh. Yeah, that'll be because of the four. Let me think. 3-0 to Villa, 4-0 to Arsenal, 5-0 to Leeds, and 5-0 to City. That'll be that. The Hawthorns.
Yeah. They've been bad, man. West Brom's been really, really bad. But Doug, Brighton and Burnley, I think both these teams will survive because Burnley, albeit them being in 17th, they are 23 points, which is an 8-point cushion over Fulham, who are in 18th place. That's a big cushion, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a big plushy cushion. You see what I'm saying? So all what Burnley needs to do in their last 16 games, just keep plugging away, pick up the draws here and there, pick up the odd win. I'm pretty sure they will do enough to get at least 13 to 15 points to survive. They will. Yeah. No way they won't. And from what we've seen from Fulham, West Brom, and Sheffield United, there's no catching up, man. There's no catching up for these teams. None whatsoever. So we're gonna move on to the next game. I saw that Ashley Barnes was fit again. Good. Danny Welbeck fit again. Good for those teams. And all the best going forward. Definitely. Before I end this one, do you think with Burnley having a new ownership, do you think they will start to invest a bit more in the club in terms of widening the range of, the players they actually bring in instead of just bringing in players from the lower leagues or just bringing in players from the UK or Ireland? They need to spread their wings a little. Get a no name Argentinian, a no name Brazilian player. You see what I'm saying? Go to one of these lower league Ligue 1 over in France. Bring in one of those N'Golo Kante fines, a Mahrez fine. They need that. They need a little bit of flair. I have to say, the type of football they play is goddamn boring. Go to the freaking Czech league like you did. Maybe you bring in Vidra. Go bring in these little players. Yeah. That's going to help you. You see what I mean? 100%. Stop playing around, man. I'm fed up with the long ball and the unattractive football. Seriously. Seriously fed up with the boring stuff, man. You see what I mean? We need a champagne football. Look, for Brighton, they got Villa next. We did mention that earlier. And for Burnley, they got Crystal Palace. So there you go. Winnable games for both teams. And with that being said, we're going to move on. But before we do move on, thanks to everybody who's in the chat right now. Appreciate you guys coming through. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button. Doug, what you have to drink right now? What you have? Water, beer? What you have? Tea?
I have Pepsi Max.
Pepsi Max. I haven't drank a Pepsi in a long time, bro.
That's good stuff. It's good stuff.
I don't deal with that Pepsi, bro. I only deal with that cocaine. Only deal with that cocaine, bro. No Pepsi, bro. No Pepsi. Boy. But we're going to move on, though. Newcastle 3, Southampton 2, bro. Look, oh, man. But wait, we get into it. Joe Willock scoring his first goal of the season on debut for Newcastle, set up by Alain Saint-Maximin, the man who Newcastle needed so much. He is back and he's doing his thing for the first time. I think Miguel Almiron, I think it's the first time. I might be no. I'm not right with this one. I think it was with the Ryan Fraser that they wanted to have Ryan Fraser and Saint-Maximin and Almiron playing at the same time, which would have been a really, really good trio. But a combination, however, of Saint-Maximin and Almiron is proven to be very, very deadly. And big up to Willock, though. It's crazy that you don't play at Arsenal, you go to freaking Newcastle, Steve Bruce gave you the start, and you score.
Mm-hmm.
You score right away. You know, it's confusing, man. You take Willock, you put Willock to the side, and then you bring in Odegaard and you give in Odegaard minutes. Why couldn't Willock get those same minutes? What? He's not good enough? That's what Arteta is. That's the message Arteta is sending. You cannot send these messages to players. They won't want to play under you. Simple. It is that simple. You see what I mean? But look, man, in this game, Joe Willock with his goal, 16th minute, and then Miguel Almiron set up by Saint-Maximin again, and I think that was a deflected goal for that first Almiron goal, 26th minute. I did watch this game, and then Doug, the Liverpool outcast Takumi Minamino, set up by Bertrand. What a goal that was!
Made up for him. The thing is, I think he's been very, very unlucky at Liverpool. The fact that he went into the Crystal Palace 7-0 game and then wasn't seen after that, it just baffles me. But hopefully he'll get his game time at Southampton. But I was made up for him to get that goal.
He will get his game time. He played the full 90 minutes. He played the full 90 minutes, and he will get his game time, in my opinion, because that goal, I was like, oh boy. I saw shades of the Salzburg Minamino in that goal. That was very, 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 very deadly. It was like the conviction on that shot. It was. I was like, whoa. Wasn't that his 50? No, he scored his 50th career goal already, right? Against Southampton, did he? Not against Crystal Palace.
Yeah, I think it was his 50th. So that'll be his 51st.
Yeah. I think he did that already against Crystal Palace. But it goes back to Klopp had no confidence in this player, Doug, and it could go where the player I've heard through the grapevine that he does not train very well. You know? So if you're not convincing the manager in training, he's not going to want to play you. You see what I mean? When you have other guys that are doing the business in training that convince the manager, these guys are sharp right now. They are the ones to play. And Minamino is probably just waltzing, going through the motion during training. I don't know. You see what I mean? But I think at Southampton, he'll get the opportunities. And who knows? I could actually see something happening where he goes to Southampton, does well, and signs to Southampton permanently.
Possibly.
I can see that happening. Simply because if Mane, Salah, and Firmino are still at Liverpool, why go back to get the same treatment?
Mm-hmm.
And to add Diego Jota and Origi, if those guys are still there, Minamino would be a dumbass to go back.
Yeah. I think you're absolutely right. I think if he does well at Southampton, then we could potentially see another Southampton-Liverpool deal on the horizon. But I think the thing is now, I think looking at the Liverpool squad, I think Origi will be gone. I think Shaqiri will be gone. I think there will be a bit of an overhaul in the summer. So I think if Origi and Shaqiri go, then I think Minamino might stay at Liverpool. But it's a big if.
Well, it could be an overhaul that includes Minamino too.
Mm-hmm.
Because they might say, give me 15 mil. They make a profit because they only paid 8 for him. And they could use that money towards somebody else. Liverpool squad do need a refresher though. you know, and we're still on Mino right now, by the way. We're not talking about Liverpool, but they do need a refresher because when you look at the age of the squad and everything, it's getting up there. It's getting closer to 31, 32 than it needs to be. And if you look at like a Man City team, it's closer to 20. You see what I'm saying? 20 to 25, most of the guys.
Yeah.
You know, a few 26s in there. But really, really dramatic first half we had there with 4 goals being scored. Newcastle being 3-1 up, 3-1. And then in the second half, bro, listen, this guy, James, I was thinking to myself, I have to make some type of video talking about the best players that do the player that do things the best, like the best, let's say, free kick taker, the best, you know, the best striker, the best defender, the best, you know. But I'm not gonna do that. I was just thinking, I was just imagining, and this guy is the best free kick taker in the league by far.
Yeah. He's just an absolute genius of a dead ball. You saw the 2 free kicks he scored at Aston Villa.
I did.
And you've seen the one against Newcastle the weekend. That tops both of them at Villa. Unbelievable strike.
Doug, the conditions were horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Under the conditions that the game was being played under, a storm brewing in Tyneside, and you still, it doesn't matter how slippery the turf is, you could do that? Oh man, this guy's amazing. Big up to Thriller from Manila for the $2 super chat here. He said, at Doug, do you drink Earn Brew? I heard it was good.
Yeah, national drink of Scotland. Yeah, to be fair, I don't drink as much Iron Brew, but I know my partner's dad does drink a lot of Iron Brew, but no, I used to, but they changed the recipe and it just tastes the same. So no, I don't drink much Iron Brew. Pepsi Max is probably what I drink most, probably.
What is that though? What is that?
It's a sort of an orangey fizzy drink.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite nice. That's quite nice. We should probably send you some over to New York.
Yeah, you should. You should send me a package so I could try that for the first time. You know what I mean? Because I never heard about it ever in my life, ever. But big up to Madison and Daddy's World in here. You know, I do appreciate, Madison and Daddy World. I appreciate you coming through to the live streams, man. Definitely do. He says, Trent Alexander-Arnold needs to be moved into midfield to replace Gini Wijnaldum because he is not a right back. He couldn't defend himself if he was getting attacked by a burglar. Terrible right back. Well, I'm glad somebody else is seeing it, man. I'm glad somebody else is seeing it. That's another option that could be made, you know. Liverpool could push Trent into midfield to be a creative force, and they could take some money and invest it into a proper defensive right back. Maybe a Pereira from a Leicester. Leicester is only there for teams to just say, okay, thank you very much. We'll take that one now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're not like a factory. They're more like a freaking university. You see what I'm saying? The Leicester City FC University, the Foxes University. So there's a lot of quality right backs around. But you will have to spend money, and it seems like FSG don't want to spend no money. They don't want to spend no money. You have American owners. They are frugal. Frugal. Capitalism is big in America. It's big. They just want to capitalize, man. Come on. The word speaks for itself. It's a business for them. It's more of a business for them than it is a football club.
Yeah.
Believe me.
Speaking of obviously America, are you a fan of the Super Bowl?
Bro, I do not understand a single thing about football. Nothing.
Thank goodness. I don't even watch it. I think it's on about 1 a.m. over here.
Bro, I've never watched a football game in my life. I don't understand the game. I don't know the reason for the game. I don't know what sense it makes. I'm just joking, but I never seen the game. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. So I
Neither
don't.
do I. Neither
Yeah,
do
I used to watch some basketball, but only when the playoffs come around. But I don't do that these days because my time is very, very limited. So that's what it is. But look, going back to the Newcastle game, Doug, it was poised at 4-2, 3-2, I'm saying. And then the Jeff Hendrick thing happened. That was a stupid second yellow. Stupid.
daft, really, really daft, and it gives Newcastle a bit of an upturn, and being down to 10 gives them a mountain to climb. Although even though they were 3-2 ahead, but the big news is that Shar looks like he's out a couple of months with a knee injury, so they were down to 9 men after that.
And to talk about the injuries, remember they had to take off. Manquillo went off, Callum Wilson went off with injuries, and then Shaw went off. So after the red card, they had 9 men. You see what I'm saying? They had 9 men, and they still held on. Yo, I feel it for freaking Southampton, man, because they tried so hard in this game, and the Miguel Almiron, the second Miguel Almiron goal was a Jan Bednarek deflection. So that could have been a Jan Bednarek own goal. And it's just been a tough 2 games. I see they have Vestergaard back. That didn't help. It didn't help. They're struggling in the right back position right now. And it goes to say you're struggling with the right back position, right? Kyle Walker-Peters is out injured. And then the other right back, Jan Valery, who you had, you sent him, I think, to Birmingham or one of them clubs on loan. These teams, I know the players, Kane Ramsey didn't have a great game. He's a right back. He didn't have a great game against United. So you can't throw him in there. It's just... McCarthy, oh man, I don't know. Maybe they should have taken him out the firing line and give Fraser Foster the game. I don't know. You know what I mean? But all I have to say is Southampton tried. Southampton really tried, Danny Ings, Che Adams, they tried, but just not good enough on the day. And like I predicted, Newcastle win. Newcastle needed that win. They needed that win. It's nice to see Paul Dummett coming back from a long-term injury himself. And Emil Kraft came on and played well. He came on and played well. So, they're struggling with injuries. Jamal Lascelles out. Yedlin left. Now they have all these, these guys suffering with injury now. Manquillo, Callum Wilson, who has been the highest goal scorer, and now Fabian Shaw. So they will have to make do with what they have, and I think I think Newcastle will be all right, man. I think they'll be all right. I think they will.
Well, yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I think they'll be fine. I think they've got the experience as well. Steve Bruce has the experience to keep them up. So yeah, I think Newcastle will be fine. And plus, I know Callum Wilson is injured, but he's a goal scorer.
Yeah, he is their goal scorer. But I think they'll be fine, man. I think they'll be fine. They have 25 points right now. I think they'll get 10 points. Get 10 points. Joel Linton has to step up. They paid too much money for him. He has to step up. Almiron is there. They have the likes of St. Maximor. I think they'll be okay. I think they will. Carroll will have to step up to the plate. You have Dwight Gale. They have players. And I think they'll do just enough. And they have 2 wins in their last 5. And those 2 wins were needed because they were going through a very, very, very rough patch. And it's testament to a backroom staff. They added somebody to their backroom staff. I can't remember his name, but from Steve something, right?
Graham Jones.
Oh, but there's a lot of Steves there. There's a lot of Steves in there. Yeah. A whole lot of Steves. But look, I saw somebody made a comment and said, does cricket make sense? Bro, you don't even know. Listen, you might feel the same for American football, but cricket is one of the best sports in the world. Cricket, I'm telling you this. I used to play cricket, by the way, but Doug, you ever play cricket?
I've never played it. But the one thing I do watch is the Ashes. I sometimes watch the Ashes, and that's pretty good.
But how come you never play cricket? They play cricket in Scotland.
Oh, yeah, but I've never played. I've never
Not
played cricket. No,
not even as a boy.
no, never played it.
Wow. Wow, but yeah, man, cricket is a lovely sport, so it definitely it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense if you're wondering, it does. It does. And to talk about cricket, West Indies were in a very, very good position last night, against Bangladesh. And I don't know what ended up happening to that game. What ended up Oh, whoa. West Indies won the test match against Bangladesh. They took a second string team. Listen, let's get back to the football, though. I don't want to be selfish. Let's get back to the football, man. Oh, man, that's good. That is great. That is great. But, yeah, we could go on and on and on and talk about Southampton and Newcastle. But we got a lot more games to talk about. And it's still pretty early for me. But we have to get through these things because I have work in the morning and I'm pretty sure Doug have work tomorrow. Doug, you have work tomorrow or what?
No, I'm off tomorrow. I'm off
All
tomorrow.
right. So you're good, man. You're good. Right? You're good, man. You got your Pepsi Max on deck. You're good. You in no rush right now. You know what I'm saying? You're good. You're good. Okay, so for Newcastle, their next game is against it's against Chelsea. It's
Ooh.
against Chelsea. That's not a good opponent to play right now. Not at all. Not at
Where?
all.
Where is it?
It will be at Stamford Bridge.
Oh, right. If
I,
it
I
was
don't.
just if it was just James's Park, I think I would have gave them maybe a chance to maybe get a win. But yeah, Stamford Bridge, I think Chelsea will win that.
Yeah. Southampton play Wolves. Wolves are, going through a tricky period right now. So if there's any game that Southampton could bounce back in, this could be the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we are going to move on now. There's a lot of things that we could talk about, but we can't talk about everything. But Doug, this was the week that they introduced concussion substitutes. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that's a fantastic idea, especially if someone's like knocked out or just dazed, and you see that they're not in very good condition to continue, then you can have a concussion sub. I think that's a great idea. I think it should have been one idea that should have been brought into the Premier League ages ago.
Yeah, it's a good implementation because we've seen it. It's been happening a lot of times, and look at what happened with Raul Jimenez, and they had to lose a sub, and now you get to bring on a sub, a fourth sub, and the other team gets to use a fourth sub too because it's two heads clashing. So why not? So, but the thing is, if a player's boot end up in the head, that player on the opposition team will get sent off. So think about it, right? Is it the both teams get a fourth sub if two heads are clashed? What if a boot to a head and a red card is given?
That's a good. That's an interesting theory. That's a very interesting theory.
But I don't think that's the way it works. So I think the way it works is if it's a clash of heads. It has to be a clash of heads.
Yeah.
And the other team has an option to use a fourth sub if they want. And I think it probably has to be used at the same time. So yeah, so that's what it is. But that's something good. That's something good right now. You know what I mean? But these are little things that we have to talk about, and a lot of times they are overlooked. So that's why I just like the calmness, the presence of mind, so that, having you here too. I know I've been doing these by myself lately, and sometimes it's just good to have a guest on to add another point. You know what I'm saying? That I might miss or something, add another perspective and whatnot. So yeah, big up to everybody in the chat again. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button for the video. Subscribe if you're seeing the channel for the first time. This is Doug from the Dugout Football channel. Make sure you go check out his channel. Doug is almost at 1K. 1K is a very, very important number. With 1K, Doug, your channel will be eligible for monetization, which means you will be eligible for super chats and these things, what I mean? The ad revenue won't be a whole lot unless you get, consistently thousands of views on the videos. But it's important that if I come to watch your channel and I want to give you $5, I give you $5. So make sure you subscribe to Doug, guys. You know what I mean? Make sure. Doug, you've been doing a really good job with the consistent work as well. Everything's improving. And it's a marathon. So as you go, you improve. As you go, you improve. And that's what I've been doing for a while now. You know what I mean? That's what I've been doing. So I never thought I'll be using my camera to do a live stream. And that's what I'm doing right about now. You know what I mean? So yeah, big up, big up, big up, big up. So the next game, Doug, Fulham 0, West Ham United 0. Since we don't have any goals to talk about, what are your thoughts on this result?
Well, I think it's a good result for Fulham. I think it's a very good result for Fulham. Again, it's another game where if they had a striker, they could, they could win. They could win for sure. West Ham had a couple of chances, but the big talking point, and I'm going to have to say this, that Thomas Souček red card is the worst decision I have seen by a referee / VAR. The idea to have Lee Mason and Mike Dean, who everyone knows that Mike Dean wants to be involved in the headlines. The fact that they had both of them on the same game is ridiculous. And the red card is a joke. Thomas Souček, yes, he catches Mitrovic, but he's trying to get his arm out of the way. The fact that Mike Dean has to go over to the monitor, or Lee Mason actually asked Mike Dean to go over to the monitor to have a look at the red card, and he took, I think, 3 or 4 minutes to decide, is an absolute joke. It is, honestly, VAR, everyone hates it, but it's the people who are running it who are incompetent. They don't know what they're doing. I honestly think that was one of the worst decisions that I've ever seen on a football pitch. And if you're getting red cards for that, then football's going soft. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think West Ham should actually protest that red card, and who knows, it might get overturned because Souček has been their highest goal scorer this season. He has been their best player since he signed. Maybe, only Mikel Antonio is rivaling him for that position there. He has been big. And to lose him for potentially, would he be out for 3 games if it stands?
Well, violent conduct is the use of excessive force. Now, it was just a brush. It was a brush to the face. So it's not excessive. And it also says deliberate. It wasn't even deliberate. It was accidental. So I think they should get that rescinded. If not, then something is really wrong.
Well, Bednarek got his rescinded, but David Luiz didn't. And I didn't see this one, Doug, because I was at work and I ran into this problem at work, and I was like really, really, pushing for time, and my phone had like 5% on it, and I had to stop the game. And when you messaged me and you told me about the red card, I was on my way home. And then I started watching the game from where I left off after I charged my phone. And before it got up to that point, a message came up saying coverage for this match concluded. So I was like, damn. So I didn't get to finish it. I could have went back and watched it, but I was like, whatever, you know what I mean? 0-0 draw. Whatever, I'm not going to really kill myself here. You know what I'm saying? So, good result for Fulham, but I think 3 points would have been better. I know you keep saying that they don't have the strikers. They do have the strikers, but they don't have Premier League level strikers. They have championship level goal scorers. That's what they have. If you look at their team right now, bro, they have a really good championship team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If this team goes down, they will come right back up.
Oh, yeah. 100%. And I think the signing of Josh Madge is a very interesting one because he was at Sunderland. I think he was at Sunderland under potentially David Moyes. And West Ham were actually in from Madja. They were actually in from Madja, but he decided to go to Fulham. But he's not really Premier League proven, so that would be something that would be a bit, a bit concerning about Fulham. But no, I think hopefully they'll do fine. Scott Parker's a good manager. He'll be able to get them back up if they do go down.
Well said. Well said. I don't think this Fulham team is cut out for the league right now, man. It's just proven, and it's a bit too much. They just been thrown out in the deep end, and they can't swim very well, so they're gonna drown. They're gonna go down, back to the championship. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Back to the championship, I think, and they have some decent little players, but that's about it, man. That's about it. You see what I'm saying? That is about it, man. Well done to come up, but it's difficult. As for West Ham, they would see it as an opportunity missed, not picking up all 3 points here, because they were a better team on paper. But I can't say, I did not watch the game properly. I was listening to most of the game, but I didn't watch the game properly. So I really, really can't, elaborate on a lot of things that happen here. But good point. I guess good point for both teams. But Fulham would have done better with 3. West Ham's fine. They're fine with 1 point because they're 6th right now in the league. They're doing very, very well. 39 points. They're vying for Europe. They're currently in a European spot, which is, one of those Europa League spots. I think that'll be a Europa League qualifying spot in 6th. And that's not bad at all. I don't think they want to get that. They want to get 5th because you don't want to go through qualifiers. It's a grueling process. See what I'm saying? Yeah, you don't want that. You don't really want that. Remember what happened to Burnley a few seasons ago when it hurt them a lot. So, but who am I to say? Maybe West Ham wants that. Give them a good chance to get in Europe. You know what I'm saying? So they are, after 23 games, they are 39 points. They have 11 wins, 6 draws, 6 losses. Very, very, very solid this season, I must say. I've been impressed with what they've been doing. They've made some really good signings. They've invested in their team. Let's just say that. They've spent money, and they spent money well, and we could say that in hindsight. As for Fulham, they have spent as well. I can't say they have spent their money well. They have 3 draws in their last 5. They have a total of 11 draws. You have to convert these draws to wins. At least 4 of these draws, if they were converted to wins, they would have been in a better position. Mm-hmm. But being 8 points off, 8 points from safety, it is not good. 2 wins will get you up there, but they're not winning.
No.
You see what I'm saying? And 16 games left, they will need to play out of their skins to actually survive. As of now, I don't think they will survive. And if they play well, maybe those feelings will change. Maybe they will. But right now, I'm going for Fulham to go down. In terms of anything else you want to add here, Doug?
I think you've hit the nail on the head. I think West Ham are probably one of those sides who are, probably wanting to maybe get into Europe. It'll give them a wee bit of money, but as you say, you don't want to go for a qualifying process because that starts, I think, in July, goes all the way through to August and then September. So it's more games for them, and you don't want that.
Doug, do you know a couple years from now, they might end up in Europa League too,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So, I won't get into that too much. UEFA with their freaking, I don't get UEFA, man. I really, really don't get UEFA. And if we have some time, Doug, we'll touch on a few things. I hope I don't forget. We'll touch on a few things during this episode. But let us get through the Premier League matches, though. Fulham play Everton next. That won't be a easy game to play. And no Premier League game is easy, by the way. Let me just put that clear. West Ham plays Sheffield United at home. There will be a lot of bubbles, on the date. Let's see if Sheffield United could pop those bubbles. So we are going to move on to the next game. Big up to everybody in the chat. As usual, I always take time to mention you guys and to, thank you guys for choosing to be here. It's not a big crowd, but it's a good crowd. Remember that. Not a big crowd, but it's a good crowd. The chat ain't moving 100 miles per hour. I could read your comments. You guys could read each other's comments. There is a lot of advantages for not having 1,000 people in the chat. So when you come here and you see 65, 100 people, don't be like, Dominic Rich, nobody want to watch his channel. I'm doing fine. I'm happy. You see what I'm saying? Stop comparing. Stop it. Look, we're going to move on to the next game, dog. This is a big one. This has a lot of talking points. We're running through. As a matter of fact, let's run through the next game that don't really have a lot of things to talk about. Wolves 0, Leicester 0. Oh! I always do that every time I say Wolves. Wolves. Isn't it crazy that the club name is Wolverhampton Wanderers, but they never say Wolverhampton Wanderers? It's too long. You just call them Wolves. I predicted a draw here. We ended up with a 0-0 draw. It was a stalemate. Jamie Vardy back in action. I didn't expect him to come back this soon. I'm pretty sure there was a lot of chances in this game. I watched the game, but I didn't really watch the game. I was like, yeah, whatever, man. Whatever. See, it was like, Adama Traore, I could remember, did get a good chance to score. He has not been that good this season. So for stats for this game, 13 shots each. Wolves 1 on target, Leicester 3 on target. Leicester had 57% of the ball. Wolves had 43. You do your math. Easy. So it was a balanced game. Both teams created the chances there. None of them took them. And they walk away with a point apiece. Leicester, I think, would feel like it's 2 points dropped because if you look at it, they're vying for that, the top 4 spots. And the more points you drop, the more you drift off City and Man United. And the more chances you give Liverpool of catching you. I don't know if the way Liverpool are playing, if they're going to catch anybody, but I'm just saying, 3 points would have given them a bigger cushion, a 5-point cushion between themselves and Liverpool, and they would have been on points with Man United. And you stay closer to City. There's a glimmer. There's a chance. You never know. The way football is very, very, very weird. I don't think it's gonna happen, but you never know who knows. City could go into a slump. The way we've been playing, Doug. I don't think. You see, look. If you don't realize, I'm wearing a City shirt right now. By the way, guys, retro, doing the whole retro thing right about now. You see what I'm saying? So, City, they have been playing well, but you never know, man. You never know with football.
Also, the thing with Leicester City, that is now 2 wins in 20 games at Molineux. They have a really, really poor record at Molineux. So I went ahead and actually predicted a Leicester win, not realising their actual poor record at Molineux. So that's something to remember, that they've only had 2 wins in 20 at Molineux.
Bro, what would you be more scared of, a fox or a wolf?
Oof. To be fair, we actually get a lot of foxes in Scotland. I've actually seen a few foxes when I've actually finished work at like 11 o'clock in the evening. I would probably say a wolf though.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's scared of no fox. You know what I'm saying? But I'll be scared of wolves for sure. You know what I mean? Look at what Wolves did to Man City. I know Leicester diced us up this season already, but still, what do they have to show for it? They're not on top of the league. I'm just saying. And just to go off tangent a bit. Remember when City were really bad at the beginning of the season, when we were 14th at one time, 13th, 14th, and they were, the headline was, this is Pep Guardiola's worst start ever in his career and City's worst start since 2014. That's gone.
Yeah. This is the thing. We haven't clicked, but City have. City have clicked at the right time, and it's paying off. And yeah, you may have conceded today, but it was a fantastic run of clean sheets that you had. I think the last time you had conceded before today was the 3rd of January 2021 against Chelsea. Callum Hudson-Odoi, I remember it well, was in the 90th minute. So that's the last goal before Salah's penalty today that you had conceded in the Premier League. So it's been a very, very good run. I could see I can see Ederson winning the Golden Glove again.
Yeah, he will. Without a doubt. I don't even have any doubts right now. With the way other teams are conceding goals, I don't have any doubts. Doug, I could actually see Man City winning all 16 remaining games. I can see that. I can actually see that. I can see it. Because after what we did to Chelsea, after what we did to Liverpool, listen, Leicester City, I got you. Don't worry, we got you. Tottenham, we got you. The both of y'all want to beat us. Arsenal, listen, don't even talk about Arsenal. Arsenal are sheep. Sheep. A lamb to the slaughter. That's what Arsenal are.
That was good minds think alike, because I was about to say that. Lambs to the slaughter.
That's why you're in here, bro. Chemistry. That's why you're in here. We're not in here to argue, We're not in here to argue. We're here to have a drink and talk football. That's what we're here to do. You see what I'm saying? And no shade. I'm not showing shade at anybody. I'm just saying. There is a way things supposed to be done. And, you know what I mean? It's what it is. I know people like the hypeness, bro. People like the hypeness and the arguing and me getting myself riled up. I'm not about that right now. I'll do that on my own. I did that. I did enough of that today. Mm-hmm. I was yelling. I listened back to my video. I was talking a bit too loud, bro. I was like on top of my lungs. I'm telling you. It felt so good. It felt so good, man. Big up to Thriller, always dropping the heat, man. Arsenal are sheep in wolves' clothing. Oh, man, the wordplay, man. The wordplay is nice. The wordplay is big, man. I'm loving it. So, look, man, Wolves versus Leicester, 0-0. A lot of good talent on show. Johnny Otto came back, but he went off injured. I heard the commentators talking up Neto. Neto did some good things in the game as well, And on Neto, I would love if Man City recruit that guy. Mm-hmm. That would be a good recruitment, because if you look at the team, the more players you could bring in to the system, it's better. You're not going to bring him in and then send him out on loan or whatnot. Look at what Pep does. I can't tell the last time, I can't remember when Ferran Torres recently played. But if he doesn't play against Liverpool, Ferran is 20. He's 20. He's not going to get pissed off that he didn't play against Liverpool. There's games to come in the future. There's Champions League. There's a lot of Premier League games. There's cup games. He'll get his opportunity. The only player I'm really worried about in terms of opportunities is Emerick Laporte. And he will get his opportunities. I honestly think when the Champions League games come against Gladbach, it's going to be Laporte. He'll get his chance. He just has to bide his time. He just have to understand and not be selfish and see how well Diaz and Stones are playing and just say, it's a team sport. Mm-hmm. Well done, boys. Well done. I'll get my chance. I got my chance already. This is just going to give Laporte more time to strengthen his body. Because he is training every week with the team. And it's going to give him more time to strengthen. And at the end of the day, when you look in your bank account, the money is there.
Yeah.
It's there. What are you worried about? You see what I'm saying? I don't get players sometimes. The thing with players, they just want to play. I want to play. Why don't you be a little bit Juan Mata-esque? Be like Juan Mata. He don't care. I'm pretty sure he don't care if he plays. Pretty sure.
No.
I'm pretty sure. Juan Mata is a smart guy, by the way, just so you know, if you don't know. Very, very, one of the smartest footballers. I could actually see Juan Mata becoming a manager.
Yeah, I can as well.
Who else you see becoming a manager pretty soon?
Ooh. Good question. James Milner.
I was about to say that. James Milner, definitely. Had to be the first name that come to your mind. James Milner. Yeah. Do you think that Cristiano Ronaldo would become a manager one day?
Yeah, I can see him becoming a manager one day. I'm not sure if Messi would become a manager.
Nah.
I don't know if he's got the patience for it.
I can see Cristiano Ronaldo being a manager. I can see it. I don't know if he'll make a good manager, but I could just see it. I don't know if it will happen. I could just see him in his suit and looking sharp and, But we don't know because a lot of current managers used to be players. And some of them like Lampard and Scott Parker and all, a few more of them that we recently saw played. And you're like, wow, they're managing now. You know what I mean? Gerrard, even a Pep Guardiola, so you're like Shevchenko, there's a lot of them. There's a whole lot of them. So some of the players that we're watching right now, you're going to be like, look, I never knew he would have been a manager. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. We're watching Phil Foden and Curtis Jones now. Imagine 5 years from now. 5 years from now, what would these guys be doing? It is crazy, man. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Keep telling people, it's a marathon. You have to be here for a long time to succeed. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is not fast food FC. This is Gebre Selassie FC. And that is reference to the great Somalian runners, But look, we're going to move on. We went off a little there, but it's fine. Wolves picking up a point there. Good stuff for Nuno. And, it's a step getting back to form. Good for your confidence. You didn't lose. They've lost 10 games this season. Way more than they've won. And they're 14th. Not good. 7 points behind 7 spots where they came last 2 seasons. 27 points. They are edging closer to safety. So that's the most important thing. Edging closer to safety. They will be a bit disappointed that they're not in those European spots, but it could be a good thing. Or maybe not. Maybe they play better when they're in Europe. Who knows? It has been, it's proven that they play well in Europe and they manage it very well. But the squad has run thin, a lot of injuries, and they sold Jota. So, they didn't replace him adequately. They did bring in players, but they're not clicking yet. Leicester City, however, once again this season, doing very well. 43 points. Brendan Rodgers, could he actually keep this momentum going and not fall apart like he did last season? Could he do this? Could he handle it? 23 games, 43 points. Doug, Champions League for Leicester again. What do you think?
Yeah, I think they're like a good stead for the Champions League. I think they've got a little bit too much to do to potentially win the league, but Champions League, I can see them in the top 4 this season.
You know who they play next?
Us.
That's gonna be a game. Be a game. This Leicester is not a London. They're not a London club, and Liverpool have not been good on the road. So, come on,
Yeah,
it's gonna be a hell of a one. And if Liverpool does not bounce back from this, oh man, they will be struggling for top 6. We're not gonna be talking top 4, you know. We're gonna be talking top 6. We will get to Liverpool pretty soon. I don't want to talk about Liverpool yet. I don't want to talk, about Liverpool yet. Southampton play Wolves, so that's a good game. They could take advantage of poor Southampton currently going through some horrible form. So we are going to move on to the next game. And the next game that I want to talk about, did you let's talk about the Sheffield Chelsea game, since that one is fresh on the mind. I got to watch most of it, Doug, but to be honest, the adrenaline was still flowing through my body that I couldn't. I was like, okay, that game is playing there. I'm working on some YouTube stuff. Okay, I'm listening to what's going on, and then I saw the goals and all. But that was it. That was it, man. That was it in terms of that.
I saw a wee bit of it. I saw the comical own goal from Rudiger though. That was hilarious.
Oh boy, yeah. Mendy was really pissed off at him though. First goal conceded in the Thomas Tuchel era too. Mm-hmm. So, but Sheffield, I think Sheffield, despite losing the game, Sheffield fought really, really hard. They fought really hard, and that if that spectacular effort by Billy Sharp in the end had gone in, oh man, that would have been a really that would have been one to remember. They fought hard. They didn't play like a team at the bottom of the table, but you have to take your chances. I think Ollie Burke had a great chance early on in the game, which he didn't take. Ryan Brewster came on and had 2 really good shots blocked. So it's just not going for them, man. Chelsea, they scored all 3 goals on a day. Mason Mount, his 3rd goal of the season, and that was a good goal by Mount. Very, very good goal. And then, yeah. And Rudiger with that own goal made it 1-1. Timo Werner picked up the assist for that Mason Mount goal. 7 assists for Timo Werner. Very good in that category there. Maybe not so much in the goal scoring category, but he's been picking up the assists. And then Jorginho got a penalty after Aaron Ramsdale was deemed to foul Timo Werner. That was Timo Werner. And the game went on, and then they pulled it back. VAR reviewed it, and the referee, Kevin Friend, pointed to the spot. Up stepped Jorginho, who skipped this time. Jorginho, you're a weird one, man. You're trying to put the goalkeepers off. They don't know if you're going to skip or go straight through now. And he scored his 5th goal of the season, which I'm pretty sure all of them have been penalties, and he have missed 3 penalties this season as well. Doug, your thoughts on this result?
It's a good result for Chelsea. Funnily enough, this is one of the games I actually predicted right. I said a 2-1 win to Chelsea. So I was very happy about that. I just felt it was going to be a very tricky game for Chelsea. Sheffield United, they beat them last season 3-0. I thought it was going to be a very, very tricky game for them. And but the one thing I will say about the Sheffield United side, they may be on the same points as, that Derby County side in, 07-08. But that Derby County side never looked like winning a game. Mm-hmm. This Sheffield United side have got a really, really good side, and they look like winning games. So for me, for people to say, they got the same points as Derby, this Sheffield United side is 10 times better than that Derby County side.
Yeah. I didn't actually watch the Premier League that season, to be completely honest, when Derby County did horrible. But Sheffield are playing some good football. Could they survive? Mathematically, yes. But in reality, they can't. Yeah. It would be a bit too much for them, man. It's just, it would take a miracle right now. It would take them winning, let's say, 5 on the trot.
Yeah. They
would have to win 5 on the trot. Like, oh my God, Sheffield have just won 5 on the trot. And then, I kind of win 1, draw 1, lose about 2, and then, barely survive. But it's not happening, man.
Yeah,
it ain't happening.
I don't see it. But the one thing you can say about Sheffield United, they're always in games, I can't remember the last time they were actually, hammered like 2 or 3-0. But they're always in games. They always seem to be losing games either 1-0, 2-1, or on some occasions 2-0. But they're a very, very good, tricky side to play against. I think they're away at West Ham next, which is another very tricky game. And West Ham won 1-0 earlier in the season due from Sebastian Haller, who's obviously not there anymore. So that'll be a tricky game for West Ham. I would expect Sheffield United to give them a tough game in that one.
Do you know who Sheffield has been as good as since Christmas?
Ooh, as good as since Christmas.
You're wearing the shirt, bro.
Liverpool.
Yeah. Liverpool has been really bad. Really bad. I think you guys probably picked up about 9 points, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
I think it's about.
Yeah.
I think it's about 9 points since around Christmas. If I might be wrong, but 2021 January and early February has not been great for Liverpool at all. It's just you guys, and you see, this is the thing. Listen, Liverpool are actually in relegation form right now. They have enough points not to get relegated, but they are in relegation form. They're performing like West Brom, Sheffield, and Fulham right now. That's how bad it is. It's listen, I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing, and people know I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing, because I'm not scared of people commenting and saying things about you're this or you're that. No, I'm not. But it's not been a good showing at all, man. After Christmas, weren't you top at Christmas?
We were top at Christmas, yeah, and then West Brom came along, 1-1, and then Newcastle, 0-0, and then Southampton after that, 1-0, and then Man United, 0-0, and then comes the famous Burnley result, 1-0, and then Brighton, 1-0, and then I think back-to-back away against Spurs and West Ham, we both won them. Yeah, I think if you take our results past Christmas, I've worked it out, we would be 15th in the Premier League.
But yet, I'm a hater. I don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's me. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about here on YouTube. No player should get criticized. No fingers should get pointed. No one should get blamed here. Nobody. Blame FSG. Don't blame the people on the field. Blame the people off the field. There is off the field issues. No, there's on the field issues. On the field, okay? On the field issues. But look, I must say that Chelsea have looked a lot better under Thomas Tuchel. He actually looks like he knows what he's doing. And we know that Thomas Tuchel is a good manager. Since he was at Dortmund, he went to PSG, but he fell out with the owners over there and they sacked him. I don't think they sacked him because of lack of good performances. It's off the field things. He took PSG to a Champions League final, for God's sake. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So come on. Thomas Tuchel, we know he is good. And when you look at him on the touchline, you know he's good. For now, he's good. Yeah. For now. I don't know if the Premier League is going to give him a rude awakening soon, but he is in a honeymoon period right about now. No losses. He's doing his thing. And the players look like they're playing for him. They're enthusiastic. Chilwell started after two games on the trot for Marcos Alonso. And it seems as if, he's trying to find out what is his best 11 still. He's always mixing it up. But it seems like Azpilicueta and, Rudiger are two guys that he trusts. I don't know if he's going to trust Rudiger after that own goal. But it seems like Rudiger, Azpilicueta, Jorginho, Kovacic are players that he really trusts. Mount seems like he's gaining Thomas Tuchel's trust as well. And or maybe because Kai Havertz isn't like 100%. He wasn't even in the squad. And he rotated. Callum Hudson-Odoi came off the bench. You know what I'm saying? There's Ziyech back in the fold again. So, look, man, Doug, this is like career mode, man. You have a nice squad to work with, and you could do a lot with this squad. The only person I'm really worried about is Kurt Zouma. He seems like he's out of favor under Tuchel. Or maybe we're wrong. Maybe we'll see him sooner rather than later. And Tammy Abraham. Giroud came off the bench. No, Giroud started, I should say. But Abraham hasn't really. I don't think Abraham has been prominent under Tuchel. So Chelsea, they're climbing up the table, dog. They're climbing up the table. They're 5th right now. And when Tuchel came in, they were way down. Way down. 39 points. Do you believe, man? Do you believe, man? Chelsea are 1 point behind Liverpool. 1 point. And I'm pretty sure when Frank Lampard got the sack, there were many Liverpool fans laughing their ass off. Laughing at Chelsea. I predicted Chelsea to come in 2nd this season. And believe you me, this team, the way they're playing right now, could surge right up and get 2nd.
Yeah.
Okay, so look out for Chelsea. As for Sheffield United, we already touched on them. They have some neat little players. Nice run by John Fleck, by the way. That, good run through the freaking defense there. But it's a bit too much for them. Back to the championship. Go back to the drawing board. Scrap it out with those championship teams. It's gonna be difficult, and try to come back up to the Premier League. But you're what? How many? 2 seasons? 2 seasons back?
Yeah.
Gotta. I don't know, man. They got. I think they either got figured out or something. I don't know. They got figured out. So, anything else to add on this, Doug? Chelsea, anything to add on Chelsea, Doug, and Thomas Tuchel?
I think Thomas Tuchel's come in. He's obviously got his ideas across, and I think Chelsea are in good hands with Tuchel. I think he's going to do very, very well for them. You don't get to a Champions League final with PSG if you can't do that. So I think Chelsea will be fine. I think when they click, they will click. Maybe your prediction of 2nd might come off because maybe some teams might drop off. Manchester United's maybe might drop off.
Listen, we'll get to those pretenders pretty soon. We'll get to them. But oh man, look, big up to Obina, man. 199 super chat, exactly 9 points since Christmas. Disgraceful. Yeah, Obina, appreciate you dropping the 199 super chat. I see you guys really, really roasted in the comments though. I see some Gervais saying that Ryan looked at the camera till he cried. Funniest thing ever. I did run across that video. I didn't watch it yet. Of Ryan with himself crying, talking about himself in 3rd person, saying that he is crying. Listen, it is a hurtful loss, I should say. And I have to say, Ryan, you set yourself up for that. You set yourself up. Doug, you were level-headed enough. Dave, he was level-headed enough to say, a draw. But I think, maybe City will win it, but I'm a predictor draw. That's how you guys were level-headed to realize that. I tuned into Ryan's channel the other day, and he had Jersey Boy on there. And I think Jersey Boy predicted a loss, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember.
Yeah, he said 3.
Yeah, there was that guy. What's his name? I can't remember his name. But there were 3. I think there were 3 Liverpool fans and JD. Big up to JD. I heard that you watch the channel still, JD. In the background, I heard you be lurking. JD's a Man City fan. He said Sterling won't score. I did watch that preview, and I'm saying, listen, I'm calling people out. And there was a guy there, very well-spoken guy, in a Liverpool beanie. He looks like an Indian guy, but he's very well-spoken. He said a Liverpool win too. There was, it's a guy, man. I can't remember his name, but all of them predicted Liverpool wins. They deserve what they get. They won't be having a nice day today. But, Doug, you cool because you expected this. You expected something like this. You see what I mean? So, look, man. Look,
And on my match reaction, all I can say is the words outclassed, outplayed. City were fantastic tonight. And I even like at the start of the video, you can actually see me applauding because that was just a crazy second half where all the goals came. But no, I even said to you, I said the best that we can hope for is a draw, and how wrong I was.
Big up to Adam Quinn. He asked, what time is it in America? 6 o'clock. Adam Quinn, I actually saw you got banned this morning from a Liverpool channel, Oh my God.
There was nothing but red.
Yeah. That was Adam Quinn. And I must say, Adam Quinn, that was not a nice thing you said. Never, ever you say those things again. Never say those things. It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter how much bad things that Kyle and Steve was actually saying about Man City. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I don't care if it's banter. Man City is not a banter club. No more bantering. Stop the bantering, please. Stop it. Stop it.
Arsenal and Manchester United are banter clubs.
You guys are entering into the realm of banter, bro.
Oh yeah. And the thing is that I remember the 2010-2011 season, and that was a bad season. We almost went out of business until FSG actually took us over. We had Roy Hodgson as manager. He got sacked on the 6th of January. Kenny Dalglish comes in, first game against Manchester United in the FA Cup, lose 1-0. Second game in charge was the Everton game. I was there. That was a 2-2 draw.
It's nice to have you here, bro. A lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom. I can't say I was there. I've never been to England. Never. You know what I'm saying? But I just admire from afar. I was actually planning to go to England last year and, see if I could spend 2 weekends over there and just watch a whole lot of games. But we know what happened. COVID-19.
Yeah.
Bro, I can't wait. I cannot wait till things get back to a bit of normalcy, man. You know what I'm saying? For the economy to just, things to just, man, bro, I can't wait. I can't wait, bro. You know what I mean? I can't wait to travel. I know we would still have to, practice, a little social distance, wear your mask and be, wash your hands and all of that. You still have to for a while. But god damn, man, this is nowhere to live, bro.
No.
This is nowhere to live. This is no way to live at all. Big up to Obina. He said, let's get to the game, boys. Need to unleash frustration. Okay, we're going to get to the game pretty soon, Obina. But you know how it is, Obina. We got to leave that game for last, bro, because the thing is, it's a thing about attention. It's a thing about attention. What do you call it? Retention. Audience retention. And if we drop the Liverpool game from the start, nobody want to stick around to hear us talk about the other games, and that's what this show is about. The show is about rounding up all the Premier League games, okay? So that's enough for Sheffield United versus Chelsea. We have the Liverpool Man City to talk about. We have Spurs West Brom, and we have United Everton. Doug, we're doing a great job. We're almost done, and we're in very good time. Into an hour and a half, I think we've done very, very well. let's talk about this one we won't have to stay too long on. Tottenham 2, West Brom 0. I actually expected something better from Big Sam here, and there they go again, losing. But you know what it is? I never knew Harry Kane was going to be fit, or else I would have predicted a Spurs win. I didn't know this. And the moment, yeah, repeat what you said so the people could hear you.
Neither did I. I never even thought Harry Kane would be back, but I did actually. This was another one I got correct. I said a 2-0 win to Spurs because I just said, well, Spurs have lost to what? Liverpool, Brighton, and Chelsea. Surely they were going to beat West Brom, and they did.
Yeah, Obina. I know the Super Bowl is supposed to come up and all of that, but yeah, we will get to the game eventually. Maybe you'll be around because we won't spend too crazy on this Spurs game and West Brom game. We're not gonna spend a very, very long time on here. I never expect Mr. Harry Kane to be back, and the moment he comes back, Heung-min-son scores. Not set up by Kane, but he scores. When he didn't score the last 2 games. Come on.
Yeah.
Son cannot play without Kane.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah. Facts. And Kane comes back and gets on the score sheet too. So I did not watch the first part. I actually, Doug, I woke up around 8:30. This game started at 7 o'clock my time. I started watching this around 65 minutes. So West Brom must have played well. Good good regular action in the first half, but second half they crumbled and Tottenham rummed to a 2-0 win. I'm pretty sure Kane made a big difference. Okay Yukozlu made his debut for West Brom. Matt Phillips, Matthias Pereira came off the bench. And Diagne, he looks like a troublesome striker up top, man. He got in behind a couple times and scored, but the goals were disallowed. He looks like he's a problem up top. And by Diagne, the man from Senegal. But the thing is, man, you got to watch your run. You can't be running offside like this. And, it's just not been a good time for West Brom and Big Sam. I think I heard that Sam Allardyce was actually admitting that the job might be too big of a job for him to save West Brom. I think he came in I think Slaven Bilic didn't get the start he needed. That Spurs game where he should have won that game. And that Chelsea game. He should have won that Chelsea game and he allowed that to when he allowed Chelsea to come back from 3-0 down, I was like, West Brom are frauds. Seriously. Big time, man. Big time. They're frauds, man. They're frauds,
Do you think they're doomed?
They're done. They're not surviving. They're not surviving, bro. They're not surviving. It ain't happening. It ain't happening, man. And if you look at where they're at right now, West Brom has 2 wins. 2 wins. How are you going to survive? You got 2 wins. You got 12 points. That's 11 points off the freaking safety. You're not surviving.
Sheffield United got more wins than West Brom.
And they have more wins than Fulham too. Where are they going to get 11 points from? Let's say they get 11 points. They would eat up about 6 games if they go through a good run to get 11 points. 10 games left. It's going to be difficult. I think
they sacked Slaven Bilic too soon.
I think so too.
I think they should have kept him.
I think they sacked him too soon. But you know another thing? I predicted Slaven Bilic to be the first manager to get sacked. First manager to get sacked, Slaven Bilic. You know what I need to start doing? Guys, I'm about to start a new channel where I put out clips. I need to go back and check my old videos where I made good predictions and put it out and say, look, I predicted Slaven Bilic to get sacked. That's the thing I need to do. You know what I'm saying? But guys, I will actually promote that channel to you pretty soon. It's something in the pipelines. Dominic Rich FC, more. Just in case something happened to this channel, I got a little momentum somewhere else already, So yeah. So big win for Spurs, dog. They needed this, man. They needed this. They actually went the last 3 games without a win. First time Mourinho lost back-to-back home games as well. They needed this win like a young child, like Liam needs his mom. That's how bad they needed this win. And they got the win. They go up to 36 points after 22 matches. They do have a game in hand. And they're in the quest for Europa League.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll win the Europa League though? What are their chances in the Europa League?
I think it all depends on if Mourinho really wants to go for it. I mean, they're already in a cup final. They're in a cup final against you guys at Wembley. If they go far in the Europa League, it could hamper their league form. So
possible. They
might have to balance it. They might have to see how they do in the Europa League. I'm not sure who they've actually got in the next round. Something in the back of my mind was saying Benfica, but I know Arsenal have got Benfica.
I can't remember. I haven't been paying a lot of attention to the Europa League. I actually want to do a Europa League prediction. I'm planning to do my Champions League predictions live, Doug. I'm planning to do them live by just coming and just talking about it. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's what I'm planning to do simply because I've never had any luck with Champions League prediction videos, like putting them out and them actually like doing great, like getting 25,000 views. I don't know what it is. I've never had the luck. Maybe it's the way I present it in terms of the packaging of the thumbnail and everything, maybe, but I've never had the luck. So I'm going to just do it live. I'm going to just do it live, you know. I'm going to just do it live, chill. I don't have to edit nothing and just, you know, put it out, man. These days I haven't been editing anything, man. Only things I edit is just clips that I cut out. That's it. And I don't do no edits. I just cut from where I wanted to talk about to the other end. I don't care what's in between and I put that out. You know, just raw content, you know. So, yet again, big up to everybody in the chat. Big up. Make sure you smash your thumbs up button. Let's get to 100 likes. If you're yet to do so, make sure you like the video. But Tottenham Hotspur, they were on top of the league at one point, and we were talking about if they could possibly win their first Premier League era title, but that ain't going to happen. It would not happen. Absolutely will not. It won't. In their next game, they have a FA Cup game against Everton, and then they play Man City. Ooh, boy. Ooh, boy. Ooh, child. Things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Ha! Ah, boy. They have Wolfsberger team, I think Austrian team in the Europa League. So yeah, that's them. They're still in the Europa League, still in the FA Cup. They're still in the League Cup final. Mourinho has to win something this season. He has to win something for Tottenham, or else it would be a total failure. For West Bromwich Albion and Sam Allardyce, it does not get easier. They play Manchester United. I should say Manchester United. They play Manchester United next. The Pretenders FC. That's who they play next. Yo, did you watch that video with Rance and Bance and that other guy that I retweeted when they were three more points, you know, and you know, couple more seconds and we got the 3 points and they were like, oh no. I'm telling you, man, if it wasn't for copyright reasons, I would share that video, but these guys might get, you know, pissed off and give me a copyright strike. I don't know. But, you know, Thriller said, Dom, we need a karaoke channel from you. I'll get copyrighted on that too. So I don't think so. But good win for Tottenham Hotspur though. Very, very good win. Oh, dog, guess what?
What's that?
Eric Dyer got dropped.
Oh, good. He's been shocking. Absolutely shocking.
Bro, that's the wrong word.
Diabolical.
Exactly. Come on, man. Come on. You know what I'm saying? You know, and look at that. Mourinho actually played Lucas Moura. He gave Lucas a start. And what do you have? A win. What do you have? A win. Lamela, these guys got to start. It just shows switch things up, freshen it up a little, and you might get other results. You see what I mean? So, well played to Tottenham Hotspur, man. Listen, we're going to move on to the next game, and we're winding down. We're going to get to the big one. But the next game, Doug, the next game is Manchester United 3, Everton 3. What a game this was. This game was a fun one to watch. I was rooting for Everton. I ain't going to lie. I was rooting for Everton. I had my boy Liam here, and, you know, I gave him a shower. Then I was taking a shower. I had the game outside playing, and I celebrating that Dominic Calvert-Rich goal. His name is not Dominic Calvert-Lewin, it's Dominic Calvert-Rich, because that goal was on the money, man. I'm telling you. Striker's instinct, and right there, Johnny on the spot to score a point-grabbing goal. Look, this game, we're gonna get to the analysis pretty soon, but Cavani with a header, 6th goal of the season. I think that's a good goal return for Cavani, being that it's his first season in the Premier League. Nobody's complaining about Cavani needing time to freaking, acclimatize and, it's his first season in the Premier League. No, he does not care. He's a striker. He's going to come and he's going to score. That's what he gets paid to do. Forget about the park where he's playing at. This man's been playing Champions League. He goes to England, Spain, Germany, France, Italy, Bulgaria, everywhere, and he scores. Don't come tell me nothing about, a player needs time to settle. Nobody don't need no damn time to settle. Unless you have a problem settling. If you have a problem settling, like you have xenophobia or something, then yeah. Otherwise, no. You see what I'm saying? You go, you get paid, you do the job, and you stop complaining. And listen, Marcus Rashford with his 8 assists this season, but Bruno Fernandes, man, what a goal. That goal is freaking audacious.
Fantastic.
Audacious. That goal was audacious for him to score that from that distance. Ridiculous.
That was
first.
Brilliant.
That's the first bomb I dropped today. That goal deserved a bomb. I'm telling you, that goal was wicked, bro. This man lift up his head, and say, "Oh, okay, you off the line? Take that." Robin Olsen, I have to say, was shocking on the day. Shocking.
He was.
Pikachu. He was shocking, bro. Shocking, I'm telling you, on the day. But, to my surprise, what happened? From 2-0 down, Everton came back in the game. I was like, oh my God, what's going on here? Harry, how are you going to... Listen, we do some little ASMR right now. How are you going to win the Premier League with Harry Maguire and Lindelof at the back? Please, could somebody explain to me?
Dumb and Dumber.
How? How could you win a title with ribbons on it, red ribbons adorning it, with Harry Maguire and Lindelof? How?
I've said it countless and countless of times. Dumb and Dumber, and one's a fridge, and one's a free. You go with the freezer as well. They're shocking, Bat. They're shocking.
Listen, I don't know how they let in those 2 goals, but they did. Doucouré, 2nd goal of the season. What a signing he has been. And Calvert-Lewin picked up a 2nd assist this season. Then James, what a shot, though. That was a good shot.
He's been brilliant. He's been a brilliant signing for Everton. It kind of says that he's a steal from Real Madrid. Absolute steal.
Bro, the man has done well. 5 goals. And I think James was playing a deep role in the match too. He was playing a little deeper. And then when he was given license to go more forward, he got that on the edge of the box and did his thing. Listen, bro. People keep complaining about Thiago. I don't want to hear no complaints. Stop complaining. I don't care where he plays. As I said, McTominay is scoring goals, and he got a goal in this game. Scott McTominay header from a Luke Shaw free kick. Brilliant free kick from Luke Shaw. His 4th assist this season. McTominay's 4th goal. Luke Shaw has been one of the best left backs in the league, by the way. Let me give him the props when he deserves it. One of the best left backs in the league this season. He has been good. I can't be talking shit about Luke Shaw like I do about Harry Maguire. You know? And Aaron Wan-Bissaka has been solid too. But overall, as a team, United has been very inconsistent. And after going ahead there at the 78th minute, no way they should have let Everton back in the game. After Everton came back in the game, they should have actually said, oh my God, Everton, give us a reprieve here. We got the 3 points again. Hold on to it by any means necessary. No, you let it go. You give away a stupid free kick late in the game and allow these guys to get back. Come on.
And did you see the defending for the third Everton goal? Harry Maguire's got his arm up, thinking he's offside. He's in line.
Terrible. Terrible. I think he was actually maybe appealing for handball, you know, because Calvert-Lewin said in his interview, you want to check? You want to check again? You know, so that was a good goal, and he needed that goal because remember on the stroke of halftime when he had that when they were 2-0 down and they could have been 2-1 and he had that 1v1. Come on, you know, so
do you think De Gea was at fault for 2 of the goals?
De Gea is the other one, man. He is the other one. Listen, De Gea is one of the problems at United. They need to get rid of De Gea. It's like thinking that, okay, De Gea was there since the Alex Ferguson days. Sir Alex Ferguson days. It's not working. You got to get rid of him.
Yeah.
12-13. That's a long time ago, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, 12-13. Well, look, 13 was one of the best summers I've ever had in my life. That was a long time. I will never get another summer like that again. I have to move on. I got to come to the realization that it's the past. You see what I mean? But yeah, as Dave is saying, keep him. Wait, keep him. Keep him. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure they could have made a lot of strides with Dean Henderson, but they're keeping him down by not playing him, you know. So yeah. De Gea should have claimed the ball. That last free kick, came out and punched it at least. I'm telling you, man.
He was way too slow. Gave Calvert-Lewin so much space for him to, score. But yeah, I think he's at fault for the first goal. He passes it straight to Doucouré, and Doucouré's just got an empty net. I think Olsen's at fault for the third United goal because it looks like, I don't know what he did, but it looked like he slipped. He looked like he slipped. He looks like he's in mud or something.
Yeah, he slipped. He tried to move and he slipped. You know, the goalkeeping area is always, it's not fully grasped all the time, sometimes because of the movement of the goalkeeper. So I think he slipped. He tried to lift off and he slipped, So yeah, that's the thing. So we have a nice comment here. Big up to 80 Booth, has been around the channel for some time. He said, let's not forget how John Stones was only 12 months ago. Harry Maguire could turn it around. The thing with John Stones, though, from what I've heard, Pep Guardiola said the man had some personal problems, bro. Maybe he had some woman problems or something, and it was messing with him, and then he got over that, and now he's playing well. That's just my theory. You know what I'm saying? That's not the truth. But, yeah. You see what I'm saying? So, look, man, that was a diabolical performance by United, dropping points once again. They are points dropper FC these days. They've dropped a lot of points. Yeah. Listen, they've dropped points against Sheffield lately, against Arsenal, and now against Everton when they had the momentum. That's the most important thing. They had the momentum. They were on top of the league, even though Man City had games in hand, and they dropped the ball.
And Everton have been very good away from home. I think they've only lost 2 games away from home, and that was to Newcastle United. They lost 2-1, and the other one was Southampton away. They lost 2-0. Digne got sent off in that game.
Yeah, Everton has been really good this season. Wait, how many games did Everton win at the beginning of the season, though? Didn't they win like about 6 or 7 games? No, not 7. They won about 5.
They won about 5, and then I think they drew with Liverpool. And then after that came the back-to-back defeats against Newcastle and Southampton.
They started well. They had they did well, and then they lost. They've been good in patches. That's the thing with Everton, and I think they are in a prime position to get Europa League at least.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think that'll be good for Carlo Ancelotti, getting Everton into the Europa League, and just seeing something different. You know, I think Everton fans will be satisfied with the Europa League. I think so. You know
that the Everton Manchester City game has been rescheduled, I think, for the 17th of February.
Mm-hmm. I know. Everton dead. Everton dead too.
Mm-hmm.
When Everton come, we handling business. I don't mean to be too cocky, but Everton, they have been, I don't think they have shown the toughness to I don't know. I don't know if we have to play them twice still. I think City handle Everton, man. I think we'll handle Everton. You know what I mean? I think we will.
I think they're better away from home than they are at Goodison. I think they've got more points away from home than this season than at Goodison.
City is also very good at home too, so don't forget that.
Yeah.
Don't forget that one. But good point though. This is a good point for Everton. They most of the game they thought they weren't gonna get anything, and they came back. They came back. So and Everton do have 2 games in hand though. So Doug, there's a thing that Everton. Well, let me see their fixture list coming up right about now. Their fixture list, Everton fixture list. They have Fulham next, then they have City, and then they have Liverpool. So let's say they beat Fulham, and God forbid, for my sake, if they beat City and they beat Liverpool, let's say they'll be way ahead of Liverpool in the table, So
yeah.
I was watching Kopish the other day, and one of the members said that maybe he's just joking around, but he said if Everton finish ahead of Liverpool this season, he is done. He is done. Big up to Dave. Peace out, Dave. We're about to wrap up. Dave is going just when we're about to talk about Liverpool. Just when we're about to go to talk. Dave said, I don't want to hear this. I know what's coming next. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Huh?
I think he works. I think he works very early.
I'm only joking.
No.
I'm only joking, bro. I know Dave is fine. Yeah, I'm only joking. So Dave got to get the word though. Big up to Dave. Enjoy your nap, bro. Enjoy your night's rest, I should say. But United have West Ham in the FA Cup next, and then they have West Brom in the league, and then they have not Champions League. Oops, Europa League with Real Sociedad. And good luck, man. Sociedad, they are a good team this season, so good luck with that. So big up to everybody in the chat as well. If you're yet to like the video, smash the thumbs up button. We have 83 thumbs up. Let's get to 100 if we can. And what we're going to do right now, we are going to get into the Man City Liverpool review. That's what we are going to get into. But Doug, me personally, I have to run and take a leak. So what we're going to do right now, we are just going to take a little intermission. You could talk to the boys if you want to, but I will be back. I'll be back, okay? Give me 1 second. I'm human too. I pee too, okay? So I'll be back. Give me a second.
No worries. So how is everyone after today? Look, honest thing is, I mean, I said before the game had started that I said the best result that we could hope for was a draw. There has been some weird results this season, but yeah, I mean, yeah, losing four. That's the first time we've lost 3 home games in a row, I think, since 1963, and even that was under Bill Shankly as well. So yeah, not the best anyway. But it's 11:30 here in Scotland. So, but no, I've really enjoyed being on with Dominic, and it's good. It's good to collab. Thank you very much to everyone who's obviously watched the match preview that I did with Dominic. Also, check out the match reaction as well. What I will say is that you'll enjoy it. I've been very, very impressed for City. So yeah, I'm open and honest with my match reactions and my match previews. Open and honesty, not delusional, deluded, etc. I am honest and open. So that's something you get with me. Open and honesty, for sure. Oh, hello.
I'm back. So yeah, Doc, thanks for holding it down. In the meantime, between time until I come back. So we have to talk about the biggest game this weekend. It's Man City 4 at Anfield. This is the first time Pep Guardiola has won a game at Anfield. First time. Let's make that one clear. And it was an embarrassing loss for Liverpool. I cannot put it any other way. It was embarrassing. Liverpool got schooled by Man City. It was a statement win. Win. 100%. And I know a lot of Liverpool fans will feel hurt by this. They will feel hurt. And I'm telling you, bro, lately there's been an exodus. There's been an exodus on my channel of Liverpool fans leaving. Because I'm just dropping straight facts and they don't like it. Mm-hmm. They don't like it. And that's not the type of people I want subscribe to my channel. That is not. You see what I'm saying? So
you want real ones, don't you? You want real ones who stick with you. And I'm one of them. So I'm not going anywhere. Not going anywhere. If you criticise Liverpool to, the faraway hills and all that, I'll still be here.
Yeah, appreciate that though. Appreciate that. You know what I mean? Appreciate that. But at least, Doug, I'm not disrespectful at the same time, because I'm not on here saying how much I do not like Liverpool and how I hate Liverpool. You see what I'm saying? And when from this morning and I'm listening to Kyle this morning and I'm like, Kyle, why you gotta be saying these things though? You know what I'm saying? All these things that you're saying, right? And I'm not want to talk about people or whatnot, because that's petty. But I have to mention these things though. You know what I mean? When I tune in, I'm not tuning in to hear you hating on the club like that. Assess the club properly. If we're doing stuff, yeah, be my guest. If we're not playing well, say we're not playing well. Okay. But if we're playing well, oh man, it's just biasness. It's just total biasness, and I'm not for that. You see, but I'm not biased. I predicted Liverpool to win so many games this season. The last time when Man City beat Liverpool 4-0 last season, I predicted a Liverpool win. I was shocked we beat Liverpool 4-0. You see what I'm saying? Earlier in the season, I predicted a draw. And it ended in a draw. But now, because of the way we've been playing, I predicted a loss for Liverpool because of the form coming into the match and the way City have been playing. I've given Liverpool the respect for the last 3 seasons, bro. The season when they got to the Champions League final, I've been respecting Liverpool. Season when Liverpool won the Champions League, pure respect. The season, it's how many freaking seasons? It's more than 3. It's about 4. The season, listen, the season when you won the title last season, all respect. I acknowledge you are the better team. I give it to you. I ain't talking no shit about I hate Liverpool. I don't like Liverpool fans or whatnot. I might have a problem with a few people, but I'm not out here slandering the Liverpool's name and the club and all of that or whatever. I'm not doing that. All I'm talking is straight football. Straight, pure football. If you don't like it, okay. I don't care. These are not the type of people I want on the channel anyways. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I absolutely do not care. It's just that I notice it. It's noticeable. You see what I mean? It's not going to do nothing to me in the long term. Nothing. It probably helped me more than it hurts me. Because guess what? The world has how many people? There's endless opportunities out there. See what I'm saying? When one go, one come. One door close, 5 more open. So it's all good. It's all good. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? And like Alex Jones is saying, Dom, sometimes the truth hurts. It does.
Yeah.
It does. It does. And you know, look, this is entertainment. And losing is not very entertaining. You know, so you don't want to really go and hear about your team losing. You don't want to hear. You only want to hear when your team win. And I think that has been a problem with a lot of the Liverpool fan base. And it might be the newer Liverpool fan base, though. The new Liverpool fan base where you won the Champions League, you won the Premier League, and these are people who never knew about the tough times that Liverpool endured without winning. So when you start winning, the only thing you want to do is win. You see what I'm saying? You don't know what it feels like to lose, so it feels strange, and you actually, you know, you don't want to hear nothing about your failures, when that's the thing you should actually listen to. And it could be another situation where they don't want to hear that from me, because I'm a City fan. Even though my channel is a football channel and not a City channel, they actually want to hear me talking and praising their team as an opposition fan, praising their team, but as an opposition fan, talking about a loss, they don't want to hear it. And it's been going on like that for a while. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Dane Richards says, Dom, remember when Ryan reacted to your 5-2 loss to Leicester? And look, not to talk about Ryan or nothing, but everybody could remember. I tell Ryan, bro, I said, Ryan, bro, stop doing that. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? Ryan did it. Craig from Anfield Agenda did it. When United lost, when City lost, they make videos. They you know, look, do your thing, people. Do your thing. But all I'm saying, it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth and a lot of people's mouth, and the karma come around. Karma is a thing that come around. It come around, you know, it come around real fast, and it comes around twice as hard. I say, Ryan, bro, stop it, bro. Stop making videos about United dropping points and then City dropping points. Because when the time comes when you start dropping points, you're going to be crying. And what happened today? You're crying. You're crying today. Because you got spanked by Manchester City. And with that being said, man, enough with the rant. With that being said, what a game, man. Statement win. Statement win here. Ilkay Gundogan with a 49-minute goal, but not before he missed that penalty. Doug, what you thought about the first half of this game, though?
I think it was quite an even first half. We had a few chances. We had obviously Mane header. He should do better. I think fit and firing Mane scores that, in all honesty. And we had the penalty decision, and I'm not going to get into any qualms about it. It was a definite penalty. It's a really lazy challenge from Fabinho. He leaves his trailing leg to catch Sterling. It's a clear penalty, but I was thinking when the penalty was like given and Gundogan's waiting to step up, he never looked confident. He never looked confident, and obviously he joins Riyad Mahrez and missing a penalty at Anfield, and then there was a Firmino chance that Ederson saved. I think it was more in the corner than I think Ederson's maybe having a wee bit of a trouble for that, but I thought it was a very even first half, in all honesty.
Yeah. Man City need to learn to take freaking penalties, man. They need to, or maybe you know what? Maybe this summer, whoever City brings in, because I heard through the grapevine that City got 200 mil to spend, and people don't like that at all. People don't like that. You see what I'm saying? People don't like that. But the thing is, if the owners or whoever's in charge of the football club has 200 mil and it's illegal to put back into the club, and they want to do that, why not? That's your profits. Put it back. You understand? Put it back in the club. If FSG, on the other hand, don't want to put that money back into bringing in players, that's their business. You see what I'm saying? That's their business. They're gonna suffer in the long run. When did Liverpool go and win the Champions League? When they spent big. When they brought in the likes of Salah. And people say Salah don't cost a lot. For what Salah was doing at the time, that's a lot. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because Salah was not a big player when he came to Liverpool. He was doing well at Roma, but he wasn't no huge superstar. You see what I'm saying? Mane did well at Southampton, but he wasn't a superstar. How many superstars are at Southampton? Like, come on, stop it. So they pay the money, and people are acting. Why do people act like 40 million and 35 million and 40 something is no money? This is a lot of money, bro. Yeah. This is a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Some clubs will never ever see that type of money. That's a lot of money. So with all those players brought in, Fabinho, Alisson, Van Dijk, Liverpool won things because they put the money in. They put the money in and brought in the quality players. Do you see Southampton winning anything? No. They don't spend no money. They don't spend that type of money. It's only the teams that are spending that type of money ends up winning things. Real Madrid, Barcelona, Juventus, Man City, United spend tons of money. Chelsea, Liverpool, they're feeling how it is. Arsenal, you know what I mean? So people like to just talk. They don't understand things. But we got to do better in the penalties, man. Gundogan had a stink first half. He was giving away the ball a lot, and he was just off in the first half. So I wasn't surprised that he actually missed that penalty, though. And I said it in the reaction video. I'm like, oh boy, he better not miss it, and then he misses it. You see, but we came back in the second half there, and we looked a team with more purpose. I don't know what Pep said in the second half, but in the halftime break there, but we came back and we looked a devilish team, man, and no pun intended to Man United or anything, but we just looked a devilish team. Gundogan with that goal, you see the build up to that goal, Sterling and Foden shot. Like it was just exquisite. We cut apart Liverpool's defense over there on the right side where Trent plays.
Yeah.
And I like to point these things out. You see what I'm saying? Doug, do me a favor. You don't have to agree with everything I say. You don't have to agree with everything I say. You could disagree with me. You could have your own opinion. You don't have to agree with everything I say. But I look for these things and point these things out. For example, like Thiago, that yellow card in the second minute.
He had a stinker. I'm so sorry. I think that's probably the first game that I can think of that he's had a stinker. I think he was the right man to come off, in all honesty. I just think he had a stinker today.
Isn't it crazy? Instead, when I put out that Thiago clip criticizing his role at Liverpool FC, a lot of people didn't like the video. A lot of people didn't like what I was saying. And a lot of people did. And people's comments were, oh, they hope Thiago score and assist. They hope Thiago score against City and whatnot. But guess what? He got taken off. He got taken off.
Did you think he was lucky to stay on the pitch? There was a moment in the first half where City were on a break. I think it was Foden. If he connects with Foden's leg, he's off because he was away.
Bro, another thing I've noticed about Thiago, he is a bad tackler.
Mm-hmm.
He is a bad tackler. So let me see what Obina is saying here. Obina is saying Super Chat is in chat room. Sorry for reason it's not letting me post. For some reason. Oh, sorry for some reason it's not letting me post. Oh. What do you mean? You're trying to comment and you're not being able to comment, or the Super Chat? Oh, Super Chat is in chat room. Sorry for sometimes, you know what? With Super Chats, it does that though. Doug, you ever realize when you Super Chat, it sometimes it doesn't go through, and then you have to that happened to me a few times. With Super Chats, but thank you very much, Obina. Appreciate that. Yeah. And Obina made a comment here. I just saw a comment. Okay. Obina, this loss squarely falls on Klopp. The man cannot coach. The man cannot coach. I'm sorry. Everyone is blaming Alisson. Granted, he was poor, but Trent was horrible. Put on skates by Raheem. Put on skates by Raheem, and watch him walk into what else you say? Oh, into the box for a penalty and first goal. Give Mourinho, Tuchel, Pep this Liverpool team, and they are top two. These guys at Kopish still can't accept that. Yeah, I did tune into the Kopish show. I did tune into that show too. I tune into quite a few Liverpool shows, just to hear what the Liverpool fans are saying and all of that. You see what I'm saying? Just to hear what they're saying, yeah, I did tune in and just to hear what people say, you know what I mean? But I like what they're doing over there. I like what Kopish and the boys are doing over there. I don't know how they all feel about me or anything, but I know I was on Ryan's channel the other day. I met Colum and Drifty. It was a pleasure, meeting those guys and everything. I like what they do. And they have some solid discussions over there, and I think I don't have any criticisms about what they do. They're solid. But they are Liverpool fans, and everybody's gonna have different opinions. I still have respect for Klopp as a good manager and everything, Doug. But I think he has been very jittery, bro. He has been nervous. And he shouldn't be. And the thing is, people may not even notice. Klopp said the reason why Liverpool fell off the season before, the 18-19 season when we got 98 and you got 97, was simply because he was thinking too. He said it. I watched the interview. He said he was thinking too much about Man City, and he wasn't focused. He was worrying about City. But the mistake he will not make again was worry. And he did that. He didn't do that in 2019-20, and Liverpool ran away with it. I think Klopp is worrying about City again this season. He got City on his brain again this season. Because why are you talking about City got 2-week break and all things? Listen, if we got a 2-week break, that's not good. That is not good. We're losing momentum.
Honestly, I'm fed up of the excuses. Absolutely fed up of them now. It's just getting repetitive nonsense. I mean, I haven't seen the press match today, but apparently he said was it Alisson had cold feet or something. Come on, like
well, Alisson, but Alisson is too much of a big player to make these mistakes he made today, man. And we are gonna get right to that. Alisson, first of all, you could blame him for the first goal too, but that was an exquisite build-up play between Sterling and Foden, just to go through the Liverpool defense and the way they moved the ball. And it was like, oh my God. And Foden's shot was saved by Alisson. But Gundogan, he wasn't ball watching. The Liverpool defenders were probably amazed by what Raheem Sterling and Foden just did. And they were on their heels. Maybe they had cold feet. Gundogan, that's where Gundogan came back into the game. He got his confidence back. That goal, bam, I couldn't believe it. I almost lost my shit here. I was like, oh my God, we scored. And we scored the first goal. But then, when Liverpool scored, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to remember every single mini moment in the game. But Ruben Diaz, he made a mistake. That was an error. And I think it was playing on his mind like, oh my God, I made an error here. First of all, he didn't control the ball properly. He lost the ball, and to retrieve the ball, he stretched out his hands to try to, pull back Mo Salah. I think Salah went down very easily, but you cannot blame him. He's looking to get back into the game. All Ruben Diaz needed to do, okay, I lose the ball, back off. It's a centre-back partnership. John Stones is going to do the rest. John Stones was right there. Salah would not have gotten that ball. But it was a mistake, but it wasn't costly, and that's the most important thing. Yeah. People are going to forget about it.
Did you think it was a penalty?
Yeah, it's a penalty. Of course it's a penalty. You know why? Even though it's soft, it is a penalty because you can't stretch out your hand and try to hold back a player like that. Any contact? Raheem Sterling did the same thing. Sterling was looking for the contact from Fabinho, and what did Mr. Gullible Fabinho do? Stick out a leg.
Lazy defending, but it's an absolutely wonderful penalty from Salah. It's right into the top corner. Ederson had no chance.
Listen, this guy is one of the best penalty takers in world football, Mo Salah. And I always say that. You know what I'm saying? And I give Salah the respect for that. But apart from that penalty, bro, Salah was dormant in the game. I think Zinchenko, and I kept saying that, how could you let Zinchenko? Listen, Zinchenko is not a highly regarded player by most. Most people don't show Zinchenko no respect. None. Okay? His name is Zinchenko. Okay? But today, he was gold.
I thought he was excellent. I thought he was really, really good. I was actually surprised that you didn't keep the same team that played Burnley. Had Laporte at left back. But then I remembered that's exactly the same team that Pep played against Chelsea away. He had a game plan.
Look, there is a stat one season where we were like 21-0 when Zinchenko played. I kid you not. This guy, he's not the flashiest player. He's not people's favorite player. He's not my favorite. I don't really like him, to be honest. I don't like him like that. But he has been doing a great job. And I'm getting to like him. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, he's like growing on me finally, and he's been around for a while. And Zinchenko did come through the academy, He did come through the academy. He was one of the youth players that were promoted. He came from another club, and he wasn't bought for like, okay, there is Zinchenko. Zinchenko came through the academy. Just like Foden, but he was brought in from another club. And he slowly, like given games in a cup and whatnot. And he's good, man. He's good. He's technically very, very good. He's a very good passer. And he has a shot. He plays a lot better for Ukraine because they know what he's capable of doing for Ukraine. He plays in the midfield. And another thing too, what Pep has been doing for most of the games, for most of any game, Zinchenko and Joao Cancelo plays in midfield and not at right back. When they need to go out at right back, they go at right back. But I think when City are in possession of the ball, they head into the midfield. They pat the midfield. And without the ball, then they go back. That's what's been going on. With Rodri playing as like a third centre-back type. Rodri was, oh my God, man. And listen, this guy was so good today. This guy was so good. He flies under the radar, but today, really good. He's winning all, he's tall, he's winning all these balls. He's winning. I think Liverpool were giving away the ball so much today. They were when Liverpool had the ball, and I'm saying, oh my God, they're gonna go and attack City. They kept going back. They just kept going back, and I'm like,
yeah,
you're making it easier.
I think the other thing, I think Klopp made the wrong substitutions today, and I tell you why. Curtis Jones was the best midfielder for us today.
Bro, we're not even there yet, and you're hitting it on the nail on the head. Why you bring on Tsimikas for? Why?
Not a clue. Not a clue. Maybe game time, but yeah, it's ridiculous.
Why? Or maybe that's something that Klopp is going to do going forward. Maybe Klopp is going to play Robertson or 3 at the back. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe that's a glimpse of the future. You see what I'm saying? Maybe that's a glimpse of the future. So Fox Williams is saying Zinchenko gives you 7.5 performance whenever he plays. Never stands out, but can definitely do the job. Excuse me. He's an attacking mid. Yep. You are right. You are right. You know what I mean? He just, and Pep trusts him enough. It's not that we didn't have the players. We didn't put out the strongest team I think we could have possibly fielded. No De Bruyne. And Liverpool should feel bad about this. No De Bruyne, no Aguero, and we're still doing this? Like, come on.
What did you make of Jesus not starting today?
Surprising, but yet again, I trust Pep. You know what I'm saying? Like, look.
And you actually said at my match preview, I asked you what you thought the team would be, and your reply was, I don't have a clue. I don't even know what Pep does. And you see those kind of decisions today.
Yep, I don't know. And then he go again and only use one sub. Remember when Klopp was complaining about subs and subs and subs, and Pep too? And both of them weren't using their subs. Klopp has come up with too many excuses. You know, we're gonna touch on some things. But 1-1, Salah with a really good penalty there, and Liverpool back in the game. But 10 minutes later, Alisson, man, bro, what happened, man? Twice, Fabinho bailed him out the first time when he gave away the ball, and then it ricocheted off Gundogan's foot. Fabinho ended up giving it back to Alisson. Maybe it's Fabinho's fault for even giving it back to Alisson, but he gave it back to Alisson, who gives it right back to the City player. I'm like, what are you doing? Mm-hmm. What are you doing? And it was no turning back. Nah. But Foden, man, Jesus Christ, man. Gee, you see the run, he got that ball, and he just darts into the box, and I'm like, That square to Gundogan, that square, outlandish square. If you go back and you look at that goal, Foden had to do a lot of work to get that ball to Ilkay Gundogan.
Yeah.
He had, and this guy is 20 years old. And that's why I don't like when people come and make excuses about, Reece is young. I don't want to hear nothing about that. Wesley Fofana is 19.
Mm-hmm.
And he's doing the thing at Leicester. 19. Come on, stop it. Knock it off. I don't want to hear the excuses. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear. When you make excuses, you do not leave room for improvement. Stop making excuses and improve. But Gundogan, Second goal of the game, his ninth of the season. The man is City's top scorer this season in the Premier League. Could you believe this? This is absolutely nuts. And then 3 minutes later, Alisson again. The second one was even worse than the first.
Yeah,
but you have to commend the City players for not switching off and for pressing, though. Because the pressing is what got Alisson. Alisson has made a lot of mistakes since he's at Liverpool. You know, remember early in his career when he tried to do the swivel thing and he ended up losing the ball? Oh, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember his, I think, a game against Leicester City. I think he made a mistake. He dilly-dallying on the ball. I think it was Damari Gray got in ahead, and it was Gazelle, I think, that scored. So, yeah, Alisson has made more mistakes leading to a goal than Kepa Arrizabalaga since he's joined the Premier League.
Wow. Remember against Arsenal last season?
Yeah.
Remember that loss against Arsenal? It was Alisson.
Mm-hmm.
It was Alisson. But you know what? You know what people like Ryan LFC would come and say? Best goalkeeper in the world. And I keep saying he is not.
So that's all black for me.
Bro, you see what Atletico Madrid are doing right now? Do anybody even see what they're doing right now? Do anybody? I think they have like single digits conceded right now.
Something, yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Listen, I have to pull this up. Atletico Madrid right now. Atletico has conceded 10 goals in 19 games. They just went into double digits. 10 goals in 19 games. These guys have won their last 5 games in a row. They have 50 points. Barcelona coming up though. Barcelona behind them with 7 points. Real Madrid 2. But Atleti has 2 games in hand. I want Atleti to win the league. I want them to win the league.
Me too.
You know. But look here. Back to the game, bro. This game. 3 Alisson errors leading to goals. Phil Foden linking up with Ilkay Gundogan. And then for the second one, bro, what an outlandish freaking pass by Bernardo Silva, though.
Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It's just the ball to Sterling as well. Yeah, I mean, you know, Raheem Sterling gets his first goal at Anfield since he joined City. It was coming. He did the last season, scored his first goal against Liverpool. I think it was in the Community Shield, and then at the Etihad last season. It was coming.
I think he got over the Liverpool jinx, though. I think he got over that, and I think that was his 100th goal for Manchester City too, if I'm not mistaken. His 8th for the season, and it was a header. Sterling don't really score a lot of headers. Let me check the stats really quick. Stats by club. Sterling for Man City. He has I think it might be on the Pep.
It's 100 Premier League goals under Pep Guardiola. I think Lionel Messi's in that category.
Yeah.
I can't remember the other one. Robert Lewandowski, potentially? Not actually sure.
He actually has 76 Premier League goals. I don't know what the stat is. I can't remember. But he has my bad. He has 94 Premier League goals, which is 18. He was not that good at Liverpool, right? You see that? 95 games, he had 18 goals, 21 assists. And for Man City, double the amount of games, and the goal number went up significantly, exponentially to 76. So if he didn't improve, his goal tally would have went up to 36, but instead it went up 40 more to 76. And his assist number doubled. So same amount of, basically his assist number went up where it's supposed to go, but his goal though, he has been a lot better. Has been a lot better at City under Pep Guardiola. But the 100-goal thing, I can't remember exactly what I can't. I really can't. He has 21 Champions League. It has to be something under Pep Guardiola though. It has to be some. Yeah, it must be under Pep Guardiola. I think it has. Let me double check that. Stats by coach. Let me see that. Yeah, dog. Yeah. It's under Pep Guardiola. 100 goals under Pep Guardiola, 74 freaking assists, man. Listen, the man has 175 direct goal involvements under Pep, and he has played 225 games. 225 games. So look. What more can I say?
Yeah.
Great game, man. Great game by Sterling. Great game. He worked hard in the game. He did his thing. And people like to criticize the man a lot. But, you know what I mean? Numbers don't lie again. Stats don't lie. And you know another thing? I don't know if my boy Demo Dre's mad at me or pissed off at me or something. But I haven't seen him all day. I haven't heard of him all day. Where in the world is Demo Dre? I'm going to hit him up. I have him on WhatsApp. I'm going to hit him up. I'm going to hit up Demo Dre right now. Yo, Demo Dre, where you at, bro? Haven't heard from you all day. You hiding or something? You come out of hiding, bro. Come out. Listen, get out of the dark into the light. Okay? Oh my God. Demo was in Ryan's watch along. Of course, man. Of course, man. Demo has gotten very delusional too, so I understand why he's hiding. He cannot face me. I'm a Leviathan right now. Listen, I'm a bite heads off right about now if you talk to me wrong. Seriously. But look, man, Doug, 3-1, and at that point, I'm like, the game is over. No way Liverpool were coming back unless they do something spectacular. And then freaking Phil Foden goes on to score a spectacular goal. Jesus, that was a nice pass by Jesus. Central, pushing it over wide. Nobody picking up Phil Foden. And then he razzle-dazzles Andy Robertson. Andy Robertson is in Phil Foden's pocket as we speak. He's in his pocket amongst the change and the gum wrappers and the paper clips and toothpicks. That's where he's at right about now. And that finish, Aguero-esque, which means Phil Foden is a Man City legend in the making. The man said he has no intentions of leaving. Stockport, Iniesta.
Great player. Absolutely great player. And I've always said that he's a talent, and my goodness me, what a strike. What a strike. And I know people have the comparisons between obviously Curtis Jones and Phil Foden, but how excited must England be looking at that talent that's coming through? Foden, Jones, Lamptey. There's so much talent coming through there. I think England have got a good squad coming up and coming for sure. But yeah, Foden. I mean, do we even have to say that he could be Young Player of the Year?
I think he'll get it. I think he'll get it.
Mm-hmm.
22 games played so far. Foden is going to be PFA Young Player of the Season. Who else is there to rival him? Under 23. Who else is there? How old is Ollie Watkins? Ollie Watkins is over 23, I think. Who else? It has to be Big Philly style, man. Mm-hmm. It has to be him. I think he has the most goals for City this season in all comps. It has to be him. 5th Premier League goal. And if he continues scoring them like this at the end of the season, he might end up getting 10. That was a great goal. And we could have won by 5 if Goodlawan didn't miss that penalty. You never know. But let us get to Klopp's substitutions, though. Jordan Shaqiri on for Thiago in the 68th minute. What you made of that one?
Thiago had a stinker. I think he should have probably came off at half time. In all honesty.
But Doug, I don't want you to agree with me if you don't agree with me with this one or anything. But do you really think you guys needed Thiago though? Now, when you think about it, now in hindsight, do you think you needed him? Just keep it real. I want you to keep it real here. If you think you needed him, say you did. If you don't, you don't.
I think when you're given the opportunity to buy a midfielder like Thiago Alcantara, I think you should go for it. The fact that I think he was coming to the end of his contract at Bayern Munich, I think the ambition was there to go and get him. I even said in our preview, I think the thing that's keeping him back was the fact he was injured against Everton, and the other thing, I think not having Van Dijk and Gomez and a solid centre back partnership, because I think if I'm right in saying, I think we've had 16 centre back partnerships all season. When I think last season, I think we only had 3 or 4. So not having a solid centre back partnership, I think, has kept them back. And I do think he will get better. I think he is still adapting to the English Premier League, but I think not having a solid back line is actually hindering him, I would say.
Well said, well said. I respect your opinion. You know, I'm not gonna contradict you. I'm not gonna try to argue with you or whatnot. You have your opinion. I have mine. Me personally, I think you didn't need him. I think it was a hype up signing to, let's say, bringing a big player to the club. You know, it will do well in the marketing aspects of things. Oh wow, we just won the title. Here we go, bringing in Thiago, who just won the treble with Bayern Munich. Ooh, we are very, very ambitious here. Look at what we've added to our arsenal here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know, so yeah. So you bring in Thiago now and you disrupt the system because he's not used to the system. You had a system where you won the title and you want to bring a man in and put him in and push somebody else out who worked the previous season. When a Curtis Jones was supposed to come in and come through, when a Thiago is there, he can't do that because Thiago is starting where he's supposed to start. I'm just saying. Wijnaldum is at the club. Maybe Wijnaldum has these things in his mind to say, okay, you got Thiago now. Maybe you don't even gonna need me soon. You see what I'm saying? Maybe. Who knows? Maybe more signings like this will come through. There's Oxlade-Chamberlain, who could play in the midfield. Milner is still around. There's Shaqiri, who doesn't really play out on the wings because there's Salah and Mane over there. You know, so you see what I'm saying? So then Genie doesn't want to sign a contract. He's going through the motions. He's playing, but he's not there. I'm telling you guys, if you don't notice that, go and watch. He's there, but he ain't there. Genie Wijnaldum is not a guy that gets mad and fight and curse people. He's been doing that lately on the field. I've been watching him. Thiago passes the ball very well, and that's about it. He cannot tackle. He cannot tackle. He's very clumsy. He cannot tackle. 2 things about Thiago. He's a handsome guy, and he passed the ball well. Other than that, he does not fit Liverpool. Thiago fits Bayern Munich. He's been there for a very long time. He knows what to do. Müller and Lewandowski, Gnabry, these guys, Goretzka, these guys do enough to make Thiago look like a genius. They do enough. They win enough games. They have enough very good players to do spectacular things to hide the blunders of guys like Thiago. Believe me. But when Liverpool are not playing well, Thiago should come in and make them better and make them win. Like what Bruno Fernandes, if he's such a good footballer, you should come in and make them win. Your aura should rub off on the players. You should make them win. You should pass the ball so well that they score. It is not happening. It is not happening. It is not happening. Thiago has played 10 games. Liverpool has only won 3. And they have lost 4 games he have played. 4. City, Southampton, Burnley, and Brighton. All facts. Straight off the dome. And a few draws in between. He has not been good for Liverpool. Hence the reason why Jurgen Klopp watched my video yesterday and he said, you know what? This guy Dominic was right. I'm going to take him off. Off. Get off my field. Get off my blood-cleat field, Thiago. Get off. You're joking. You're snake oil salesman. Snake oil salesman. You sold me a dream. I thought you were better than this. Get off. I wish I had... Jurgen Klopp is saying, oh my God, I wish I had Ilkay Gundogan again like when I used to be at Dortmund. You know, you Thiago, was my enemy when I was in the Bundesliga. You come here and you're not helping. You're not helping. So that substitution, it made me feel very good. It made me feel good because it justified that video that I put out. It justified the video that I put out. You see what I'm saying? And the next substitution, James Milner for Curtis Jones at 68 minutes does not make no sense.
No. Curtis Jones was the best midfielder on the pitch for us today. Gini Wijnaldum was nowhere to be seen.
Listen, the man just turned 20 last week.
Mm-hmm.
This man does not want to come off on a football field, bro. This man has more stamina than he ever will have in his entire life. He does not want to come off. He doesn't want to come off. He was one of the Liverpool's best players on the day. Why Klopp took him off? Did Klopp give up? Did Klopp give up? Did he give up? He could not have given up when the game was 1-1. If the game is 1-1, why are you taking off Curtis Jones? Was he gotta be, maybe he's tired.
I mean, this is the thing. I don't get why he didn't, start against Brighton. He was needed against Brighton. The fact that he came on against West Ham, changed the game, and then didn't get a game against Brighton, I don't know.
Klopp is fucking up, bro. Klopp is losing it. Listen, 1-1. Why bring on Shaqiri and Milner and take off Thiago and Curtis Jones? I don't know. It means that either Thiago isn't good enough, or couldn't handle City, and Curtis Jones maybe had an injury or he's tired, because I don't know why Shaqiri and Milner came on. If Thiago and Jones can't handle City, you think Jordan Shaqiri and Milner will? Get out of here. Please get out of here if you think that's going to happen. You have the game at 1-1 and that's who you bring on? It doesn't make any sense. And then you take off Robertson and bring on Tsimikas. Instead of taking the opportunity to say Ozan Kabak, get a run out. What you do? You bring on Tsimikas.
Mm-hmm.
The reason Robertson, Mr. Doug, Robertson was tired. He was tired of running up and down with Phil Foden. He was tired, man. You can't run up and down with a freaking 20-year-old. You can't. It's not the smartest thing to do. If a man is 20 years old, me right now, I'm 34, dog. You think I'm dumb to race with a 20-year-old athlete? He's gonna destroy my lungs. Robertson was tired. Look at what Phil Foden did to him for that goal. Of course he had to come off. Of course he had to take him off. Phil Foden scored in the 83rd minute. Robertson came off in the 85th. And you brought on Tsimikas, who has been an absent man all season. I told Liverpool fans at the beginning of the season, Tsimikas is an average player. Liverpool and FSG has brought in average players, with the exception of Thiago, and who has been average, by the way. not an average player, just been average at Liverpool. And Diego Jota, unfortunately, he's been injured.
Yeah.
Okay, you bring in another thing before we end this thing today. Why bring in Ben Davies and Ozan Kabak on deadline day and not use them against Brighton and not against City?
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get why you don't play centre-backs to centre-backs. And I wonder if he's just leaving them for Leicester City. And, you know, they're going to have to deal with Vardy. They're going to have to deal with Maddison, Tielemans.
I was about to say that. I'm glad you said it. Listen, Leicester ain't going to be no easy team to play against. Listen, I doubt he played them against Leicester. I doubt he do that. I doubt, because this guy Kabak has been dealing with a lot for the last year, man. Mentally, I don't think Kabak could be ready right now to play a Leicester City. It has to be that's the reason. After the 8-0 drubbing that Schalke got against Bayern Munich at the beginning of the season, Kabak has been, traumatized.
Mm-hmm.
He has to be traumatized. And to bring him in, to look at a player like that and bring him into the the Premier League ain't no joke, And Thiago is learning that the Premier League is no joke. I think he needs to get Bruno Fernandes' number, Thomas Schusek's number, and give them a call and talk to them about what's going on. Whoa, bro. How you guys settle in so easily? I can't seem to settle. Give me some tips and tricks.
Yeah.
That's what he needs. That is definitely what he needs. But yo, Doug, it's been real though. But before we end today's video, City are running away with the league right about now, because Man City 50 points, 5 points ahead of 5 points ahead of United with a game in hand. So let's say City beat Everton, which is a game in hand. That is 8 points ahead. And the way United are playing, it seems like they are more than likely to drop points again in the future. Liverpool do play United again, right?
Yeah, May the 1st, I think.
Exactly. So there's tough games. Somebody's going to drop points in that game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Liverpool do play Everton. You know what I'm saying? Man United do have big games coming up as well. So, and they have Europa League. So it's like they will drop points. They will drop points again. They will. Bruno Fernandes is not a machine. He said he's 26 years old and he wants to run. He doesn't want to come off. So that's why he gets mad if he comes off. He has been really good. Listen, Bruno Fernandes could be an annoying guy with his smile and everything. That little grin. But he's damn good. You know what I'm saying? And if you really look at it, United had to pay a lot of money for this guy,
Mm-hmm.
Why you think United are so good right now? They're not that great, but they're good. They're third or second. They're second. It's Bruno Fernandes. This is the man who made them qualify for the Champions League. Bruno Fernandes. It goes to show, if you want success, you have to spend the money. You got to spend the money, dog. You have to invest in your team. You got to invest in yourself if you want things to work. It's a must. It's no other way around it. It is no other way around it. You see what I'm saying? So when you look at, I would have loved to get Bruno Fernandes at Man City. That would have been great. Teams are probably looking up, be like, damn, this guy was at Sporting, rotten at Sporting, and we never signed him. Damn, man. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Damn. And there's a lot of players out there like that, that teams are just not signing because they're just not doing the work. They're just not doing the work. But Doug, City, this thing keeps coming out my ears, but Man City, top of the league, 50 points. They've been in great form for a long time, so it's not like a surprise. It looks like Man City are going to win the league. unless something catastrophic happens, unless they capitulate or something, you know, with the 16 games remaining. 16 games ain't a lot. City are going to continue to dominate, in my opinion. But the big talking point is, where do Liverpool go from here, bro?
Go back to the drawing board, reassess their expectations. It's not title's over. Title's over now. It was against Brighton. I don't care what anyone says, but yes, if we had won today, there was a small glimmer of hope, but it's now an absolute miracle we're needing. We need you guys to drop points. We need Man United to drop points. We need Leicester to drop points. So I think expectations is top four and a good run in the Champions League. I don't think we'll win it. I don't think we're good enough to win it. But I would say top four and then probably either quarters or semis for the Champions League.
The way Liverpool are playing right now, they're not winning the Champions League. They can't win the Champions League. They just get that out. Get it out. Get it out your head. Maybe they're not, and it ain't happening. Liverpool could go empty-handed this season. And if they don't get their act together, they could even miss out on Champions League next season. It's that real. It is that real right now. But what we're going to do, we're going to assess it one match week at a time. Doug, it was great having you on. We could go on and on and on, but I could see from that little red clock back there that it's 12:30 midnight. It's the same time over here, 5 hours earlier, 7:30, around 7:30. And, I'm just going to go chill with the wife and kid. I got work tomorrow. There's a lot of snow outside. I'm going to see if I shovel up some of this snow. I've ignored the yard all day. It's not a whole lot of work. But, I appreciate everybody who came through, all the mods, everybody who stuck around. Doug, appreciate you joining me, to as a co-host today.
Pleasure.
Always nice to have you on. Guys, don't forget to go check out Doug's channel. Doug is almost at 1,000. Bro, Doug, you're going to hit 1,000 pretty soon. Get the confetti. You're going to hit 1,000 pretty soon. I can't remember what it felt like to hit 1,000. It happened so long ago. But I had other channels where, I'm still building too. So, I'm hitting these landmarks on these other channels too. So I know how it is. And I know how hard it is to grow a channel. So, guys, go check out Doc's channel if you want level-headed, analysis. And we're just doing what we love. We're talking about the sport of football. What else would we be doing right now? You know what I'm saying? Watching some movies, you know what I mean? You don't get paid to do that, right? Do you get paid to watch movies?
No.
Well, eventually, with your channel, once you get it monetized, you'll get paid to talk and share your thoughts. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So absolutely. It's a form of passive income, and that's how I look at it. And another thing what I've been doing these days, Doug, I've started to invest. I've been investing for a while, but like my YouTube, whatever I make on YouTube, I'm reinvesting it into the channel. I reinvested in like stocks and stuff like that, and cryptocurrency and all these things. So yeah. Yeah, but Doug, we'll talk, bro. We'll talk. Soon we just gotta have a conversation, not live or anything, or we just talk about all sorts of things. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All sorts of things. But it was good, bro. It was good, going through these fixtures with you. What a match week we had. And for you as a Liverpool fan, bro, I feel it for you that you guys could be, out the title race. You got to focus on other things. But as I always say, I love a crisis, we got to have things to talk about. And even though it hurts my channel a lot when Liverpool are not doing well, it's what it is, man. What am I going to do? What am I supposed to do? You see what I mean? It is what it is. So the next match week is coming up next weekend. Saturday, February the 13th, 14th, and 15th. These are the fixtures. been talking a lot today, man. I'm surprised I still have a voice. Leicester versus Liverpool, Crystal Palace versus Burnley, Man City Spurs, big games. Leicester, Liverpool, Man City Spurs, huge games. Brighton, Aston Villa, Southampton, Wolves, West Brom, Man United, Arsenal, Leeds, Everton, Fulham, West Ham, Sheffield, and Chelsea versus Newcastle United. So those will be the fixtures for next week. And I'm pretty sure Doug will be making a prediction video and dropping it sometime this week. Don't forget to check out Doug's channel. I'm going to schedule next week's, live stream pretty soon as well. So don't forget to turn on all your notifications for the channel. Like the video if you're yet to like it today. And, thanks for coming through. Doug, what do you have to say to the people before we go?
Well, thank you very much for having me, Dominic. I really appreciate you having me. And come in and check my match reaction. I think I've already said that anyway, but check out the match reaction. Thank you very much for having me, and we'll do this again at some point.
Definitely. Before we go, OB, you are right, bro. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You're right. Liverpool fans are upset with your recent contents. That is true. Be upset with the team, not with me. You see what I'm saying? Listen, I put out the video. Just don't watch it. But Liverpool fans, they want to hear. Some of them want to hear what I have to say. And if they don't like what I have to say, it is what it is, man. I'm not going to, switch up my content and be yes man out here. What am I supposed to do? Not put out a video when Liverpool does not win? It is what it is, man. When Liverpool win, I make the content. I talk about their win. If they lose, I talk about it. If they draw, I do the same thing. I'm just saying it how it is, man. But yeah, man, big up to everybody. And thanks for coming through again. Obi, you kind of late. I don't know if you were here, but thanks for coming through, Obi. Thanks for, your support as well. So, guys, from your boy Dominic Rich and Douglas from the Dugout Football Channel, I'd like to say thanks for watching. Peace out. Rich Squad.